How is everybody doing today? I do want to check a bunch of things out. I don't know who's going to be here this early, but I can tell you Terra Luna Classic right now looks freaking phenomenal compared to everything that we've seen in the past, like, I don't know, couple of weeks, months, right? It's looking really, really good in a matter of, you know, 1 or 2 days, which is insane. So we'll wait for some people to get in here. Good morning, Juan. Good morning, Jamie. Uh, yeah, good morning. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. This thing isn't gonna stop. I know it's been running. It's definitely been making some crazy moves so far. 132 people here, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Wow, just wow. Exactly. Things are looking crazy right now. Now this isn't the max that we're gonna see, but I mean, we should take it all in. We should love it while it's here. Definitely while it's here. We're looking at a $2 billion market cap right now, which is just insane. To see the change from one day to the next, it's, I don't know how else to classify it except insane. Um, don't sell. Yeah, um, you can't tell people not to sell. If they want to make their moves, they can make their moves. But it sucks that we're seeing the 1.3 billion in volume now rather than seeing the 1.3 billion in a volume when the burn tax comes along. Because right now, yes, it's pumping and it's making moves, but we're not seeing any adjustment to the overall position. So, like, this is what I was talking about. If we can see 1.3 billion in volume every single day, just imagine how much we're going to be burning off. It's going to be insane. Now, obviously, with higher prices, means that we burn off less, but still, you're able to make those moves. And even if people decide to sell at certain levels, um, you're able to make make money off of those levels and also burn off of those sells if they do end up selling at certain times. So, anyways, guys, we have 315 people here, guys. So hit the like button. I do have to put a poll up, and we're gonna be answering a lot of questions. Uh, I want to see if everything else is running too, which most likely, if Terra Luna Classic is running, everything in the Terra ecosystem is running. Um, let's see. I'm gonna have to do like slow chat because this is getting ridiculous. Well, first subscribers only, and then we'll do a delayed chat, so slow mode, and we'll do every 30 seconds. Shiba Inu to the moon. I'm not sure that that's going to happen right now, but I think I do still have some belief in Shiba Inu. It's just the ecosystem devs that I don't have belief in. So let me show you guys the screen and exactly what's going on right now, since we already have 360 people that are here. So currently, Terra Luna Classic is at 0.0003 from being at a low of, in the last 24 hours, of 0.0001524, right? Basically looking at a 100% increase from, the low to the high. You're looking at a 100% increase. Right now it's 96% increase. We're seeing a 1.3 or almost 1.4 billion dollar day when it comes to volume. You also have it's up 344% in that volume. If you look at the market cap, you're seeing a $2 billion market cap. I don't know why the fully diluted market cap is acting weird and why it's lower, but you have a $2 billion market cap here, which is definitely good to see that it gets up to $2 billion, to know that it has more potential above that level. So, while we see more that burn down, we don't just look at a $1 billion market cap or $1 billion potential. We look at $2 billion potential, which would give you so much more. So if we get down to 10 billion coins, we would see a 20 cent or a 10 cent or 20 cent price, and that's a huge difference. So, Matt, do you think Lunic after this will drop fast too? So any type of large increase is always followed by a retracement. We just don't know when the retracement will happen. Maybe the retracement will happen sometime today, or we'll see it continue to pump all the way until we get to the 12th, or all the way until we get to mid-December, mid September. So I don't know, but I know people are hyped because we're starting this new month to where we're gonna see a crazy movement. So let me play one more ad since we have about the level of people um, that normally come in here. So, and then I'll play another ad at like 25 minutes in. Can withdraw from my restraint exchange to Terra Wallet. Why? Is it too much volume? Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Or you upgraded your membership to Profits members. We have a bunch of things over there for Profits members. So RSI is overheating and now pullback. So we are seeing a little bit of a pullback. Actually, it's starting to increase a little bit more here. The high point is 0.0003176, and we are at that high point for the last 24 hours. So it's kind of not letting up right now. As you can see on the day chart, you can see how this is moving right now. Let's look at it on the 1 minute chart just so we have a full update. Right now, we're in a form of, I guess, a little bit of a pullback. Let's see. Let's look at this. We should see this a little bit higher, though. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube lag, but we're experiencing lag, so I'm sorry. I don't know why. But where we're at right now, we're looking at a little bit of a retracement. So sorry for any lag that comes along. I hope that we don't have lag this morning, and I hope it doesn't close down. If you have any problems, we have my Twitch. So go over to Twitch, which the link should be in the description. If not, YouTube freaking sucks. The only thing is that I'm monetized on YouTube. So if YouTube goes down, I have to find a way to go live again. So yeah, I'm sorry anybody that's on YouTube. I didn't expect, to have any type of problems, but apparently Streamlabs. I'm about to switch from Streamlabs over to StreamYard because I think it's a Streamlabs communication issue. So that's what I'm going to do. If things go south, I'm going to have to find a way to switch. So I hope everything is good. Let me try and I think it's just a Streamlabs issue. You're good on YouTube. Okay, we have 311 people here, but it keeps anytime it gets over 500 people, it starts to fall. So what happens when you see over $1 billion worth of volume in the next 2 weeks straight with a 1.2% burn tax? You think the supply will go down quick? Absolutely. Now it depends if we're gonna see some of these higher prices and see it up at a $2 billion market cap. That's where we need to start seeing billions and billions of dollars worth of volume. So thank you anybody that's watching. If you switched over to Twitch, I appreciate you for watching. Either way, you're going to get the same content here. But I do appreciate the people that stayed on YouTube because that's where I'm monetized. Let me take away this WhatsApp guy. I don't know what the heck this guy is doing. Why would you even, if you know that I'm here chatting, why would you comment in the live stream? I can't type all that. So why would you try and make it seem like it's me when it's not me? Anyways, thank you for subscribing, everybody. Thank you for the likes and memberships and all that stuff. But currently, like I said, we're looking at 107% up. and we're seeing 1.4 billion in volume. Now, if we go to like a spreadsheet here and we understand what 1.4, so 400, right? We're looking at 1.4 billion. Let's go over here and let's just add this. This is dollars. And we basically take this multiplied by the 1.2, whoops, 1.2%. You're going to get 16.8 million that you can burn off. Now, the problem with right now is that the dollar value, the price has gone up by a hell of a lot. So basically, you're going to be burning off. It's still a decent amount, but it's going to be comparable to you burning or having maybe 300 or 400 million in volume. But either way, you're still dividing it by 0.0003, and you're looking at 56 billion per day, 56 billion that you can burn off per day. That's really good. You multiply that by 30, and you have 1.6 trillion that you can burn off in a month. So if that happens within a month, you can burn off 1 trillion or 1.6 trillion per month, which can get us to where we want to get to in a matter of, you know, a few months. Maybe it's 6 months. Maybe it ends up, the price ends up increasing and we see it in 7 or 8 months or a year. But either way, I have my eye set on this happening within 1 to 2 years. You know, so I'm excited to see what's coming next, but I'm grateful for what we have in front of us. Good morning, Matt. We're going to the moon soon. Thanks for the updates. Every video is greatly appreciated. Yeah, no problem, Richie. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for the $20 super chat. That means a lot. And yeah, I think we are definitely running to the moon. Whatever the moon actually is for every individual person, we're definitely getting there, because the volume, the popularity is not gone. We know the popularity is here. People just want to see things that are happening. And the fact that we are seeing that 1.4 billion in volume shows that the volume is still there, shows that the hype is still there. And that's what cryptocurrency is all about. Then you also look at the market cap. You look at the $2.1 billion market cap. It now shows further growth. So while we were looking at a 10-cent price at a 10 billion circulating supply, now we're looking at a 20-cent price, or a $1 price at a 1 billion circulating supply. Now we're looking at a $2 price at a 1 billion circulating supply. So it's showing a little bit more to us, and we're getting to higher and higher levels. Good morning, M. Creeks. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Look at Lunik. I'm so proud. Yeah, we all are. Matt, when is Binance and KuCoin going to implement the burn tax? I would imagine around mid-September. So we're probably going to see reactions all until we get to that point. Now, I don't know when the retracement will happen, but know that when we have an increase, people see 100% increase, there's always going to be people that take profit, and that's just a given, right? Because you have people that invest, so let's say $1 million, and they turn it into 2 million, they take their profit, right? It's doubling their money. They weren't looking for a ridiculous gain. So they end up keeping a small portion in there, but taking $1 million in profit is something that, not everybody gets the chance to do. So, and a guaranteed opportunity to do that as well. So you're going to see retracements. It's going to happen. And retracements are healthy, especially when it comes to the volume and it comes to the burn tax. If we can see not only the volume come through, let's say $3 billion, but we see half of that come through its sell orders, then we're remaining the same where the price is. But we see $3 billion in volume. So congrats to all the holders, Lunik to the moon. Matt, I just wanted to thank you for being transparent and making us all money. Yeah, no problem. Dan, holy... I'll get to the other super chats though. I really appreciate the other super chats, but Dan, Jesus, $200 super chat, or 200 Australian dollar super chat. Is that right? Um, Cheers to the recent Lunic pump to the moon. Yes, yes, definitely going to the moon. We see that. I appreciate that super chat. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Matt, I'm holding Lunic Wormhole. Will that be okay? Yes, it would be okay. So I'm holding Lunic Wormhole as well. I hold that in MetaMask. I have 35.4 million over here for Lunic Wormhole. And then I also have my Terra Station wallet, which for some reason is not up. So I have to bring up my Terra Station wallet. Guys, if you want to, so I did want to say that if anybody here didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed, I've seen a number of people that have subscribed so far, so I greatly appreciate that. Also, if you guys want to check out some of the links down below, please check out those. One of those links is for my Patreon. So if you want to join my Patreon, there's a lot of people that have joined my Patreon so far, and I greatly appreciate everybody that has been a part of the Patreon here. And we have a bunch of different posts that we have, whether it's, going through different buys, going through Luna Classic, Terra Luna Classic, or different plays that I do have. Depending what level you have, you're going to get all of the updates. And we also have book readings and educational videos and all of that stuff. So if you want to be a part of that, link is in the description for Patreon. But yeah, I'm really excited for what's going on here. Terra Luna Classic is definitely running. It's up 111%, 1.45 million or billion dollars in volume. We're seeing a $2.2 billion market cap. Will you explain to me where the difference is between prices between Binance and CoinMarketCap? So there will always be differences, right, between different markets. That's how they get where the actual price is, because different places have basically different liquidity pools and different forms of volume, right? Because what you can see is Binance has 41% of the volume. It has $600 million that's flowing through there. You can see the price difference between even Binance and KuCoin. You can see the price difference between Gate.io, right? Now, I'm not sure the highest price, I guess, would be through Uniswap. You can probably see that through also PancakeSwap. So if I went through PancakeSwap, these would be the highest prices. This is why I had such a difference in my prices when I bought Terra Luna Classic versus everybody else. Exchanges may have had a different price, but PancakeSwap had a way lower price, or I guess a more accurate price. I don't know. But either way, I was able to, I don't know what's going on with my phone. Either way, I was able to get a different price or a better price when I bought it, and now it looks like I can get a better price when I sell it. So and I'm not going to sell it, but I'm saying if I go over to, let's bring up PancakeSwap. Bring up PancakeSwap, and what we're gonna see is, let's see. I'm holding. Will that be okay? Yes, it will be okay. Uh, nah, man, I told you so. Good morning, man. Good morning. Yeah, good morning to everybody. Yeah, I just thought it would be interesting to put that up on the screen, or put that in the title. So if I take this and go to BUSD to see how much I get in BUSD for the whole thing, we're going to see $11,722. And I'm trying to see like what the price will be. Let me switch these. So we're looking at 0.00039 over here. So this price is even higher than what we are seeing on CoinMarketCap. So that is insane. So you're seeing way higher of a price, because right now you're seeing this as like kind of the average between exchanges. But if I went through PancakeSwap right now, you can see the difference. Look, 0.00039. We're almost at 0.004. And what we're showing here is basically the low or mid-tier point or threes, I guess, mid-tier threes. And on exchanges, we're looking at higher twos. So that's why it's great I think PancakeSwap just has better pricing. Even though you may have to do, I have to take the slippage off, make sure that slippage is gone. But even though you have better pricing, because right now it's showing that it would be $13,000 that I would end up changing these for. So, well, obviously, if I sell it, it's a different story because it decreases the price by so much. Um, but it's going to be $12,000 in total. But the price right now is at 0.00039. Cheapest buy-in and littlest amount was 58. Now it's to 290. I don't know what you're talking about. Bitcoin's trying to break out. Yeah, you know what? I haven't checked how the entire market is doing. Not only just Terra Luna Classic, but the entire market is actually down 1.3% in the last 24 hours. But then you see um, Terra Luna Classic that's up 111%. Let's go ahead and look at some other things that are sort of part of the Terra ecosystem. Let's look at Terra 2.0. That's up 25%. Just like I said yesterday, I put out a video yesterday. The content, everything on a Terra blockchain is going to the moon, because once Terra Luna Classic runs, you're also seeing, Terra USD run. You can even see Lunatics token run, and Lunatics token is not officially a part of the Terra chain. It's just part of the ecosystem in general. So it's pretty crazy to see that. And if we look at Terra 2.0, it's up 25%. It's not up a crazy amount, but it is up 25%. Now let's go ahead and look at Terra USD. That's also up 44%. It's almost at 4 cents. So again, you're seeing Terra Luna Classic run, you see Terra USD run, you see Terra 2.0 run. Let's see if Lunatics has some sort of a tie to it as well. And if we can see this up, then we know that it's sort of tied to the ecosystem. It actually is down. So it's down 12% on the day. We're seeing the volume down by 26%. So not officially tied to the ecosystem yet. I know they are looking to basically bridge over whenever they do change that, but this is interesting. I was wondering why we didn't see maybe a little bit more rewards in the wallet, and that's probably because the volume is a little bit down. So that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see how many holders are in there really quick. Almost 6,100 holders. That's good. It's really good. Let's go back to Terra Luna Classic. I did end up making a couple of purchases yesterday, or one purchase yesterday. I plan on making another purchase today. Once we see if we're going to see this drop a little bit more. But this is a possibility that for the next couple of months, we could see Terra Luna Classic lead the markets. Because we've seen Terra Luna Classic with the fall kind of lead the market into the ground when it did fall. And now we can see Terra Luna Classic lead the market into more of a bull run as well, which is very, very interesting. We have 1,122 people that are here. I appreciate all you guys for being here. 30 people that are over on Twitch. Again, I appreciate you guys as well. Once we reach $1, you should do a meet and greet for us to have a group chat in person. We will all have money for plane tickets. Yeah, I guess that's true. We will. Yeah, I would love to do something like that. I would also love to do. I want to do I want to organize like a golf tournament. That would be fun. I don't know how many people golf, but I would love to organize like a different golf tournament. Maybe in I don't know where, but somewhere. That would be really fun. I think it's FOMO before the taxes in, new proposal, parameter changes. And now everyone is going from Lunatics to Terra Luna Classic. I don't know if that's the case. I think Lunatics is just seeing a decrease today, just like the market is seeing a decrease, a little bit heavier than the market, especially since you have less people that are invested. If you have less people, it takes maybe a couple of people to change aggressively. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. We have 2 new members today. All of the super chats, I greatly appreciate that. Did you realize that this volume will be at 10 cents by January? This volume will be at 10 cents by January. I don't know what that means. I'll take some profit when it hits basically 0.08 cents or just 8 cents. So for me, when my profit is. I've broken this down. This is my profit taking strategy. Now I still have to update things because I don't want to hold 3 million at this point. So there's going to be another 2 million that's sold somewhere here. And I'm also going to, yeah, I don't want to hold 3 million at this point. I probably want to hold somewhere around 1 million and then take out another like 100,000 or something like that. Like, I'm not greedy. I don't need to get 100 million in one shot. But I do want to take more in the form of expectation versus reality. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about here, you don't know what this is. This is a profit taking spreadsheet. So it's what you can do is take your Terra Luna Classic, put your coins in here, and then you can go through the different prices and make some moves based on those prices. I don't plan on making any moves in the prices we are at right now, but when it does, burn another zero or drop another zero, that's when I will start thinking about taking profit. So 0.008 right before 1 penny, I will take a little bit of profit, which is $16,000 to put somewhere. And most likely I'll just throw it into my bank account or something. I'm not sure if I will reinvest all of it, but I know that I'll have to save half for taxes. So that's always an issue. But as we look at, 1 cent, I won't be taking anything exactly at 1 cent, but 5 cents, I will be taking something. 10 cents, most likely I'll be taking 11 or 10 million. 20 cents, I won't take anything. 25 cents, I'll take 5 million. Probably somewhere around 35 cents, I'll take some as well. But we'll adjust this and make sure we have the right numbers. But if you guys want the spreadsheet yourself, the link is over in the Patreon. Any level should get you the spreadsheet. Now there is a breakdown of how to use it for the profit hands level. So yeah, keep up the great reviews, Matt. Well, thank you, D'Artagnan, for that super chat and the kind words. I appreciate it. Made more money on Lunic than working all year. I hear you. It's when things are up in the markets, in the crypto market at least, you can make a ton of money out of it. And that's why people tend to migrate over to the crypto market from the stock market. Can I share the spreadsheet? Yes, it's over in Patreon. Link is in the description. Lunic has almost traded as much as ETH on KuCoin. That's nutty. Yeah. I can't wait until we start seeing higher billions of dollars of volume, because this is just the beginning. I think where we're looking at it right now, this is a lot of hype, but it's not the end. People are getting into it, seeing where it's going to get to, and they're like, look, I need to be in this, even if it's for the long haul, right? And, seeing a $1.4, $1.5 billion could be the low end compared to what we will see when the burn tax gets implemented. Thank you for that $10 super chat, Diamond Hands Billy. I appreciate it. I don't have a super chat op. No, but I appreciate you being here. Are you excited to see Lunic in a bull market? Yeah, I mean, right now it's not a bull market. It's just a price pump. And the reason being is because we have a lot of, or at least 2 big catalysts that came up with staking and, the 1.2% burn. 200% by the end of the day. I could believe it. I could definitely believe that it could hit 200%, which would be 0.00045. Man, you only paid $40 initially. What a steal. I know. I looked at this, and that's why I was just like, I don't want to put any more money into it, because if I do, then I can't say that I turned $40 into whatever this turns into. But right now, with the value that it's standing at, I've already made $6,000 from this realized gain. And now I'm sitting on another $12,000 plus dollars. I think it's $12,000. Now I'm sitting on, yeah, another $11 or $12,000 here, and that's just at the low end. When do you think we'll see a penny? Love your videos. When do I think we'll see a penny? Um, so I was so I was in Crypto King's live stream yesterday for maybe like 5 minutes. I saw that he was live, so I was in his live stream for like 5 minutes, and somebody like asked him the same. It came up multiple times. Somebody asked him the same question, and he was being very conservative with things. I think he can see this hit a penny a lot sooner, but they asked within the next year, what do you see the price? And he said around that penny mark. Actually see it at a penny way sooner if we can burn that supply like I think we're going to, where we can have 1.3, 2 billion, $3 billion in volume, and we can burn off that supply within a matter of 6 months to a year. We can see this at a price of $1 by that time, if not way more than that, especially with a $2 billion market cap or $3 billion market cap. So that level is set within a year. So what's going to happen within the next 6 months by the end of the year? The end of the year, I do believe that we will hover within that, percentage of a penny range. So whether it's 0.005 or 0.008 or 0.009, but we will see a retracement. So I think it's going to happen after the end of the year, because the end of the year, we're going to see it hit new levels. It's going to get close to a penny. People are going to get excited. They sell their position because it does retrace. And then when it does happen, is going to be the beginning of next year. I hope that it happens sooner, because then people can, take profit sooner and see a retracement above 1 cent. But we are going to see a retracement before 1 cent. That's a given. It's guaranteed that we're going to see that. We have 1.5K that are watching today. If you guys can, I didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did. So I'm a lyrical genius. If you guys can hit the like button, we have 771 likes, which is amazing, by the way, for the first 34 minutes of this live stream. Dude, we will see a penny today. I mean, you have to be conservative in a way. You have to break things down and just get an understanding as to what or where prices will go, where the hype will lead us, and all of that. So I'm glad that YouTube is working and it didn't break down. Luna means moon in Spanish, for those that didn't know. I'm sure a lot of people did know, but maybe some people didn't put 2 and 2 together. Can you show how to stake, please? So yeah, if you go on, we have Terra Station up. Let me bring up stake. So if you bring up Terra Station, right, you're going to need to get Terra Luna Classic on Terra Station. And the way that you do that, there's multiple ways. I usually see the more common ways are going through Binance and also going through, what are you testing? Romer 819, what are you testing? But yeah, you want to go through either Binance or go through crypto.com. I went through crypto.com. It automatically comes into to the Terra chain. Then you can send that over to Terra Station. Just copy the address that you have here, put it into crypto.com to send it over here. Make sure you do a test to make sure that it goes over there first. So test with like maybe 20,000 or something, and then send your millions if it does work. But you can send it over here, and then all you have to do is click on whatever. You go to stake, click on whatever one that you want. So like say Smart Stake, and you would delegate your Lunic to that area. So that's a way of doing that. That is the way of doing that. So I'm in Smart Stake. I staked with them. And they hold, I believe it's 2% of the overall voting power, which is good. It's an increase from the last time I saw it. I can't chat without donating, although I'm a member. I do appreciate you can chat without donating. I mean, it's not letting you chat. Are you subscribed? If you're not subscribed, because right now it's on subscribers only. So if you're not subscribed, then that's probably the reason why. You can still be a member without being subscribed, which doesn't truly make sense, but it can be. Um, Luna T staking. Luna T staking, I don't think is live yet. It's live on certain platforms, but I don't think it's completely live. Love your channel, your videos. What's going on with Luna? I mean, it's running right now. It's up 108%. Um, you see the hype, you see the catalyst, and this isn't the end. This isn't the only thing that we're gonna see. The Lunatics token has given me over 2 million Luna coins. People are missing out. 2-for-1 deal. Yeah, that's one thing that I did want to point out is that if people did make a move into Lunatics token while Lunatics token was really running, and I think Lunatics token will continue to run or make some moves eventually, you're gaining Terra Luna Classic from it, free Terra Luna Classic, while you're also invested at the bottom. So let's say you do look at Lunatics token here, and Lunatics token is currently at a low price of 0.00005, right? Well, now you can get this for a way lower price than where it was. And if you see volume that goes through it, you end up getting 4% Terra Luna Classic. Whatever the volume is, you get 4% of that volume split out to all of the holders. So you're gaining a lot with Lunatics token. And this is why I'm very excited to be a part of that as well. Because, again, it's a 2-for-1 deal. How can I get my Lunic out of KuCoin? Do you have to send it to Terra Station? Yes, you can send it to Terra Station. You can send it to a lot of places. You can send it to, it depends what type of Terra you have. Is it Ethereum? Is it Terra? Is it Terra Chain Terra? How can I get, I read that. The value is wrong. The value is wrong here, but I can tell you it's been wrong in multiple places, and that's probably because we're seeing a lot of movement. So currently we're looking at 0.00029 is what it's showing here, and I forget what this platform is called, but it's showing a breakdown minute by minute, and you're getting that retracement, you're getting that rise, you're getting that consolidation, but then you look up here and you're seeing that at 0.0003344 or 45. But then if you also go into PancakeSwap, you can let's update that price. You can see that right now it's at 0.0003756. So if I wanted to buy more, that's what price you would end up buying it for. So that's where the price is right now. And if people decide to buy on PancakeSwap at that price, you're raising the price level or the average price by a hell of a lot. So seeing that at 0.00037 is pretty big. Thank you all for subscribing. I'm noticing there's a lot of subscribers, so I greatly appreciate all the subscribers that are coming through. The subscriber sound has not stopped since we started live streaming, so I greatly appreciate you guys being here. We almost have 1,000 likes. If you guys can hit the like button, I do appreciate that as well. My man, why is the price on CoinMarketCap so much higher than on CoinGecko? So CoinGecko is probably taken into account more of the exchanges, because most of the exchanges are around that price, right? You see KuCoin that's at that price, Binance that's at that price, Kraken that's around 0.0003, but then you go into things like Uniswap that's at a price of 0.0004 or 0.0033, right? And then you go into PancakeSwap and you're seeing 0.00034. So it depends, right? A lot of the exchanges will have the same price or have a closer gap between the bid and ask price. But a lot of these other areas like, Polygon, or sorry, like Uniswap or PancakeSwap may do it more on, it will increase or it'll be a higher price when you're buying it and a lower price when you're selling it. And that's just how it goes. So sometimes PancakeSwap may be a lot higher than exchanges. And I guess that's the price that they're taking. They're taking whatever the highest price is, not like average across the board, which typically they should take the full average of all exchanges. So I don't know. I just woke up and saw my wallet. Yeah, you're probably like, whoa, what happened here? My staking rewards APY is still sitting around 56%. That's good. You've got 13. Well, now it's 15. So 1500 at 5 a.m. It's 6:39 here. Can you do a breakdown of the burns at a volume like right now? Of the burns at a volume. So I did have the breakdowns of different burns. So I did show. So we were looking at 1.4. Technically now we're at 1.5. 1.5 billion, and we're looking at a price of we're seeing that 1.2 that's factored in, which would be $18 million that we end up burning off. Then we factor that into the price, which is 0.0003 if we look at the average across the board. And that's about 60 billion that we can burn off, or 60 billion coins that we can burn off. That's 1.8 trillion per month. And if we multiply that, or just divide that, I guess the 6 trillion, 6 trillion. All right, that's billion. I think that's it. Let me make sure that that's okay, because I always get lost when you have so many zeros like that. So yeah, 6.9 trillion. You take to equal 6.9 trillion divided by this, and you're going to get 3.8 or almost 4 months that it takes for that to fully play out. If we see 1.8 trillion burned per month, we can see 4 months to burn the entire supply, basically. Now, we understand that there are probably lost coins or tokens. I lost 40,000 myself, so I understand there's probably lost tokens as people are trying to bridge over and do all this other stuff, and lost tokens from the beginning. This subscriber thing has not stopped. It really hasn't. More than Matt, it's Kevin. Looks like any cells are eaten up quickly. I think it's institutional, as they are massive wallets. 1 billion growth in 3 days. You're saying 1 billion growth in dollar values, or 1 billion growth in what? You probably are seeing a lot of whales that are coming in. We knew that this would happen, but you're also seeing a ton of retail buys that are coming through as well. And again, this is why I always say that retracements are a thing. So don't think that this is just going to continue to run and never stop. It can stop, and probably will stop at some point. And we will see that retracement. So, get ready for that wherever it comes. If we see a 200% increase and then we see the retracement, then so be it. We don't know when it will stop, when it will really resist there. But all I know is that we're at a high point right now, and this is really, really good for Terra Luna Classic community, the ecosystem, because we understand, where the hype is. We understand where the volume is, and people can't say that this is not going to run. This is on the rumor. Well, we know it's sort of news, but the rumor of this happening, of the burn actually happening. And I would imagine we're going to see a pullback during that time when the burn is actually launched. Then when burns actually go through, we're going to see prices skyrocket. More subscribers? Hell yeah. We love you, Matt. Spreading the word on Matt Perry, one of the best. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I like my steak burn. I see what you did there. I'm going to join the subscription party. I appreciate that, Richie. Thank you for being subscribed, and also sending the super chats. I greatly appreciate that. My target is just to have 10 million Luna. Yeah, you don't need a crazy amount in order to make a decent amount of profit from this, or life-changing money. And 10 million is definitely enough. Somebody asked me yesterday if 5 million or 4 million is enough, and I said, yeah, I mean, it's enough to make life-changing money if you feel as though we're going to see those burns actually happen. If everything is a perfect scenario, yes, we will see 4 million or 5 million is enough to have life-changing money. Good morning, Matt. Don't Lunic have an AMA later today at 1 p.m.? I'm not sure. I know Lunatics Token has a burn they're supposed to be doing today. Thank you for becoming a member, Richie. And Zero, thank you for becoming a member. What's the highest it will get to this year? So I'm thinking somewhere of a percentage of a penny, 10%, 80% of a penny, probably the highest before it does retrace a little bit. And then next year we'll see it break that penny mark and, you know, easily get past some of the way higher levels. We have almost 2,000 people that are watching. So make sure you guys hit the like button. Get this up to a level of 1,500 likes. And yeah, I would really appreciate that. I only have 2 million, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, I mean, 2 million can still get you to where you want to get to as long as you are making the moves like you need to make. You know, you don't need to take 2 million profit when it hits 1 penny. You know, I mean, you can, because if you take 2 million, that's $420,000. It's life-changing money. You can do that. Right? You don't have to take it when it's at 5 cents, but you can make moves and see it at 420 and you're like, "All right, I'm going to take 25% of it." I'll decide that I'm going to take 500,000. 500,000. Well, that's for me. That's 420 for me. Sorry. So you looking at 1 penny, you're looking at a total of $20,000. Sorry, I don't know why I said it's $420,000 because I have 42 that's sitting here. But yeah, if you take 500,000, you're taking $5,000. That's a decent amount of profit. You can have life-changing money as you go down the list. I don't want to change this because I feel like I want to keep my exit plan the same. What do you think? How long is needed to get to 0.0005 cents? I don't think you need too much. You really will only need what, like a $3 billion market cap. I mean, that is asking for quite a bit, but we'll see how today plays out. And this is just day one into September, right? Day one. At this rate, I can live off of the rewards. Yeah, I hear you. All viewers, go hit that like button and keep spreading the word on Matt Perry, El Capitan. There won't be a retracement once. What? There won't be a retracement once you're out. You're out. What does that mean? There won't be a retracement once you're out. You're out. I don't know what that means. Do you think Voyager will pay us our gains? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe they'll look at it themselves. Have they made any moves into Lunix to try and save themselves as this does run? I sold 50 million SHIB to buy more Lunic a few days ago, so now you're obviously happy with that decision. Anyone else have problems with Bitvavo? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's another exchange, isn't it? Luna can reach 1 cent. Luna can reach 1 cent. The price is showing on CoinMarketCap is not Lunix / USDT pair. The price gap cannot be this huge. Well, the price gap is pretty huge. With movement like this, that's very, very quick. I don't think it should be this big with only 1.5 billion in volume. Typically, you see a larger price gap when you see like $10 billion in volume or 20 billion, right? Then you'll start to see price gaps into something like this because it's not used to the movement in this position itself. For something like Ethereum or Bitcoin, yeah, you can understand that, but not Terra Luna Classic. Eventually, you will see it. Hi, Matt. I purchased a while back due to staking and the upcoming burn. What will keep the momentum going after September? Is there any good news that will Lunic that will get Lunic exposure on the horizon? So for things after September, I mean, we haven't even gotten through September. We just started September. But for things after September, the things that will move this forward is the amount that we're actually burning. To see us get down to a certain supply, that's what will move us forward. Then they also have the plans, right? They haven't broken down exactly what the plan will be to burn or to get USTC repegged, if they're going to do that, or if they're going to re-enable the algorithm. They haven't really talked about that. We know that their idea was to somehow pay off the debt of USTC, whether that was to decrease that supply or burn off that supply down to 1 billion or pay off the full $10 billion in debt. Now, if they do that, the USTC is repegged. You can see Terra Luna Classic at a great level because they did burn down all of the supply. But I would say from week to week to week, you're probably going to see more of the catalyst come around burns or be around burns than anything. That's where I believe it's going to be. Damn, I think now it's so hard to imagine if Lunic back to 0.0001 again. I just want to buy some. I hear you. I hear you. And that's why I said that, you have to gauge the situation. It didn't stop running. You expected to see a little bit of a retracement, which maybe we saw something small, but we didn't see that happen. That was lengthy. It ended up falling for just a slight bit of time and then increasing right away. And you saw it increase 100+%. It has to go down to go up. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be now, because right now we are seeing maybe a little bit of a retracement, but it's going to happen. It will go down now, but you can wait for tomorrow or an hour. The current supply. What will the market cap and volume be at a penny? So, my understanding of how the market cap is working right now, right? It's not functioning off of what the utility is, because there's no utility right now. It's mainly around the hype of getting Terra Luna Classic back to normal. So yesterday I would have said a $1 billion market cap is where I would like to set it. But now, in between a $1 to $2 billion market cap is probably more of the reasonable level, which is good. And you're going to see volume pick up quite a bit. But when you look at the circulating supply, you're probably going to see the circulating supply between, 10 billion or 1 to 10 billion. And hopefully we can see it lower than 1 billion, but who knows exactly how much we can see with how many lost coins that we could have. And lost wallets and all that stuff, which means lost coins. So 1 to 10 billion at a $2 billion price or a $2 billion market cap. If you see 1 billion, you're looking at a $2 price. If you see 10 billion, you're looking at a 20-cent price. So that's really what I'm seeing there. It will go up to $1, then boom, gone. Either way, like I said, other people are looking for other prices, and I do want to see other prices, but this is where you have to have a exit plan. And I pitch this all the time because it's important. And I'm sorry for the bright screen. I tried to go on dark mode, but it doesn't do a dark mode for the sheet. It only does a dark mode for the background up here. But you want to have an exit plan and have a reality, expectation, and max profit. So the max profit could be $249 million, which sounds absurd, but if any of this happens, you will have $249 million. However, if it doesn't happen and you end up only getting to $1, you're still seeing a total of $14 million in profit. But if it doesn't end up getting to $1 and it only finds a way to get to, let's say, 25 cents or 20 cents, you can have, $2.4 million that you end up gaining. I'll take any of those. because those are massive gains that you can get from this one position. So take profit as you go, and you'll make quite a bit of money. But if you don't take profit and it gets all the way up to $1 and you're like, you know what, I can't, it's not going to have any potential. It falls and everything collapses, and things don't really go your way after it does hit $1. Well, then you end up losing out on all your gains. Matt, my paranoia is not being able to cash out. I'm New York. You will not believe what a nightmare it is to buy and sell crypto in this state. Oh, I know about New York. I know it's not impossible, but it's definitely difficult to go about doing that. So um, yeah, I wish you luck. Uh, in doing all of that, but I know you can't have like accounts in certain places, and you can't buy certain cryptos. Um, you can't buy on certain platforms if you live in New York. But um, I believe you can still have wallets. I believe you can still have a MetaMask wallet, or a Trust wallet, or a Terra Station wallet. So if you wanted to hold it in the MetaMask wallet, you can do that and go through PancakeSwap. It should be okay to do it that way, I think. Do you think Terra Station, or you think Terra Classic will be pegged again to USDT? How will this affect the price? So I do think Terra Classic will have the algorithm, and USTC will be pegged to $1, if that's what you're saying. I do think that will happen, but it's just how we get there that's the interesting part. Because USTC right now, if you look at USTC, you're going to see that currently we're at 4 cents. Great to be able to see it's up 50%. Volume's up about 500%. But the way you get this back to the $1 level, right now people are treating it as just a cryptocurrency, so it's all built off of hype. Which, if the hype of Terra Luna Classic is running, Terra Classic USD is also going to run. So what you need to do in order to get this repegged is this 10 billion total supply has to be worth $1. So you have to take $10 billion and pump it into Terra Luna, or Terra Classic USD, or for short, USTC. And then you can see that $10 billion market cap at a $10 billion supply. So you see a $1 price point. Now, as you see that $10 billion repaid, you have to have Terra Luna Classic, the original Terra Luna Classic, probably up to a value of $10 to $20. If it's not up to $10 to $20, I don't think you'll be able to maintain the level that Terra USD will be at, and staying at $1, because the way that it stays at $1 is by having that algorithm in place. So yes, I do believe it will get there. It's just will it stay there, and also like how it will get there, right? Let's see. Bro, Tattoo the Great just subscribed to your channel. That's what's up. Tattoo the Great just subscribed to my channel? Who's Tattoo the Great? No offense to Tattoo the Great, but who is Tattoo the Great? I don't know who that is. I don't know who Tattoo the Great is, but thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Matthew, can you explain how all the coins will be burned? With all the prices holding their coins, all the people holding their coins, hoping the prices go higher, will the burn eventually not stop? Thanks. So that's a question that I got quite a bit as well. And no, the burns won't stop, the volume won't stop, because it's not about people just buying the position. It's also about people selling it. When you have whales that come into a position, let's say they buy $1 million worth. Those whales that bought $1 million worth are not looking to diamond hand the hell out of this, right? They're most likely looking to get a 200%, 300% gain, something massive that is way more than what they usually get, right? They can typically get 30% of $1 million, which is 300,000, which is great. But if they gain $1 million or $2 million off of this play, they're going to sell a large portion. Now, are they going to sell all of it? Probably not. But they will sell a big chunk to where they take a $2 million profit off of the $3 million that they hold within it. And then they'll see it run maybe a little bit more and they'll take another $1 million profit. But you will see certain people take profits in certain levels. And most people are not just waiting for this to automatically hit $1. There's a lot of people that that have a lower amount, and it makes sense for them to hit $1 because they can make $2 million off of this if it goes to $1. But the more you buy, the quicker you are trying to sell. So don't think that the volume will stop. You're going to see people that are holding on to it, some people that are staking a certain percentage, but you're also going to see a massive amount of people that want to sell the position and capitalize or capture any of these gains that we do see. So don't think that the volume will stop. I'm not looking at it that it will stop. You can see sell volume that goes through just as well as buy volume. What did I want to do? I wanted to look at Lunic Penguins to see what the staking percentage is. We're currently standing at about 7.35% staking for Terra Luna Classic. That's a good thing. Again, I have my 8 million in Terra Station wallet. I have 35 million over in MetaMask. And this is just sitting here so that I can gain my rewards and also do my part when it comes to voting. Can you explain how all the coins will be? I read that. Good morning, everyone. To think that the market is down and Lunic is just flying. Exactly. Just know that usually, and this may scare people, right? But usually when the market is down, right, a heavy amount and something is flying, you will see a heavier retracement within a position because it will go back to normal or close to what the market is doing. So if you're seeing it up 100%, expect to only see this up 50% as you go along in the day, because I do believe that it usually finds a way to catch up with the market. You can see things like in the stock market, you can see AMC flying, right? And then the market is completely down, but what you will see is AMC eventually catch up with the market. Not saying that it will be down in that day, but you will see it up, 100 or 200%, and then it will decrease to being only up 50%. So it happens. It happens to the best positions in the world. How big must the market cap be for 1 cent? If we're looking at the current supply, the market cap would have to be at a $65 billion market cap in order to get to 1 cent right now. And that's at this supply. If the supply decreases, then you just look at it the same way. So 1 penny will be a $65 billion market cap. If this goes down to 1 trillion, you're looking at a $10 billion market cap for 1 penny. So it's easily possible to get to 1 penny. And I think that it's going to get to 1 penny. It's just whether it's going to get to a level of $1 or not. Are we going to be able to, re-enable the algorithm? Are we going to be able to create a use case behind it? Are we going to be able to repeg USTC as well? And that's all up in the air. We don't know if that will happen. We know that they're working on it, but we don't know if that will happen. But when it comes to the hype that we see within this position and the burning that's going to take place, even if we get down to a 1 trillion total supply, you still can see a level of a penny because you can see a $10 billion market cap. Now, I think we'll see a lot lower of a supply, in the in the either hundreds of billions or tens of billions, and then it'll be very difficult to burn. But we'll see. We will see. We are an hour in. Thank you guys for watching this morning. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the memberships, all of these subscriptions. We're going to be going till about 9:30 today. I don't think we have any breaks because Erica is going to go take Harper to the bus stop this morning. So, yeah, that's a good thing. Let's see. I kind of want to take her there because I love dropping her off and going on that walk with her. We have to walk all the way to the other side of the street in order to get on the bus. It's not like crossing the street, but like we have to go all the way down the block, and the block in the suburbs is a lot longer than a block on a regular street. Richard, thank you for the $100 super chat. This morning is like Christmas. Just got coffee and checked out wallet. Thanks again for just bringing common sense to us about a coin. You're amazing, and I'm glad people are showing you some thanks. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for the kind words. Again, I just see a position, I see potential, and I don't like to brag, but I feel like, and I don't have to feel like, I know that I was the first person to see value in Terra Luna Classic while everybody else said that this looks horrible. It's the worst thing ever. Get out of Terra Classic now, or get out of Terra Luna now. Sell it while you can because things are looking horrible. Now, I would look at it as the best opportunity in the world because when you see a drop that low and you see something that was worth that much, as long as you can see a potential to get back to where you were, yeah, I mean, it creates so much potential. And I saw that instantly. I was like, this is golden. It's a golden opportunity to make a ton of money. It's a golden opportunity to buy this for the lowest price possible. And I wish I would have spent $1,000 at the lowest point, because then I would have 1 billion coins right now. But whatever. I had 63 million when I bought for $40. And, it just sucks that I didn't have enough money in my MetaMask. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the super chats. And also thank you for all of the questions. Bro, I got a question. How likely are we to get to a penny this year? How likely? I would probably say, if you put it percentage-wise, I could say 80%. 80% chance. I do think that we'll see a retracement from a penny. So if we could see the retracement at a penny, then yes, we can get there. So this is why I say 80% chance that we're going to get to a penny this year. Because September, October, November, December, right? Yeah, September, October, November, December, right? I don't know why I only put up 3 when I said that. Basically 3.5 months. We could see a lot of the supply burn down. Maybe I'll dial down the percentage and give it more conservative. Let's say it's 65%. Because we don't know if the volume will pick up to being 10 billion, or maybe it might fall to being only 500 million. We don't know. Richard has too much money every goddamn day. The diabetic dodo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe he gained a lot from Lunatic's token, as well as gaining a lot from Bone. I don't know if he's gaining a ton from Lunic as well. But yeah, he seems to have quite a bit. But I appreciate the super chats every morning. I do. I really do. I appreciate all the people that show up here as well, all the kind words that people say, all of the appreciation that you guys give me, helps me come back, right? With you guys here, commenting, asking questions, even though we can't get all of the questions answered, you can ask it multiple times, and then maybe by like the 5th time you can get it answered. Or somebody else asks the same question that you ask, so then you end up, we don't have to actually answer your question, but technically we are. I just appreciate you guys. I can't say it enough, and I will continue to say it. Um, do you think a recession will affect growth, bro? Do I think a recession will affect growth in the crypto market? Yes, probably people's buying power, most likely. Um, but I mean, when we see this thing run, it's gonna be big, right? And it will affect whether we are seeing, $5 billion in volume or $10 billion in volume versus 1 billion or versus 500 million. So hopefully we can see a bullish market. If we can see a bull market with the hype that comes with Terra Luna Classic while it's burning, it's over for this. I mean, this position is going directly to the moon, and it's gonna your wallets are just gonna be massive. You're gonna have one of those brick wallets in your back pocket with all your money in it, and you're like, yeah, I just got pocket change. You're gonna lose your wallet on purpose so that you can give to people in need. Like, oh, you know what? I have this brick wallet. Let me just drop it here. Anybody want it? Go ahead, take it. It's fine. I got more where that's coming from. Can you help us and show how to move from Terra Station Lunic to Binance? What fees can you expect? Please advice. I'm scared with transfers. Went there just because of Terra Snapshot. So you're saying move from Terra Station. So for me, moving from Terra Station, if you wanted to get out of your position, right? So let's say you go to your wallet and you go to how much you do have, right? And you want to send your Lunix somewhere else. So what you're going to do is anytime you're sending anything, always test it. It doesn't matter if you've been there before, if you have it saved, it doesn't matter. Always test it. And if you want to send, let's say, to crypto.com and you want to send 1,000 to some place, I can't bring up my other wallet. I don't know where. I don't have the crypto.com address here. So let's say you want to send it. You're going to see a low fee here. If you are sending, because your balance is 35,000, you're sending 1,000, you're only seeing 0.01 USTC in a fee. And if you want to send 1 million or whatever, right? It has to be below, so 10,000. You're only going to see a small fee when you send it over. But make sure you test it. If you're sending millions and you know that it's worth a lot, make sure you send it over. You test by sending it over. So it should be as simple as that. Now, I don't know about sending it to Binance because I haven't. I don't use Binance, but it should be the same as sending it to crypto.com or any other Terra wallet or Terra Station exchange or chain or whatever you're looking at. So sending the 8 million over there should be just putting in the address, and if it requires a memo, then put the memo in there. If it requires the memo. So if it doesn't require it, then you don't need it, but don't forget to send it. But if that's why you always test, make sure you test. Do not just send 5 million over there, especially like if it's worth $1 and you're seeing 5 million coins and you're sending that over to, crypto.com. One, you're probably going to expect a fee as you transfer it. So if you have any extra steps in selling it, you're going to have a fee in any transfer that you do. So the fee right now, as you go through Terra Station, if you have 8 million here and you want to send it to another wallet, understand that you're going to have the 1.2% that comes out of there as you're going through that transfer. So if you transfer it over to Binance when the fee is live, or when the burn tax is live, you're going to have the burn tax come out of what you end up selling, which is okay, but it's going to come out of it twice because you're going to see 1.2 that comes out when you send it over to crypto.com, and then 1.2 that comes out when you sell it from crypto.com. So how can you test? Just by sending you're going to have to send some of your coins, but send a low amount of your coins. That's how you test. So if you have 5 million, send 10,000 over there, which may end up being $10,000, but a $10,000 mistake is way better than a $5 million mistake. If you have 5 million and it gets to 1 cent, what's your profit? If you have 5 million and it gets to 1 cent, you're looking at 50 million, $50 million, or it's not 50 million dollars, 50,000. I sound like the guy from has anybody seen what is that movie? Will Ferrell and it's like the casino or something, where he's like, here, it says we have $401,000. That's a 401k, sir. And he doesn't do numbers well, so he sees like $50,000 and he's like, $50 million. That's like I rewound that like 700 times, and when I say rewound it, it's, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into that because that's aging myself. Um, but yeah, 50. It should be $50,000. $50 million. Holy crap! Over 1 billion in volume. Yeah, we're at 1.5 billion in volume. 1.5 billion. That's insane. At 1 penny, if you have 5 million, you're gonna get $50,000. Yeah. Just wanted to double check that. Staking rewards are too low. Right, staking rewards are too low compared to mine. I have staked 5 million Lunic, and currently rewards are 33K in Lunic. I think your validators are different. So I actually have a lot in rewards. I currently only have 8,000 in rewards, but I did end up throwing. I staked a little bit late when I staked probably 3 or 4 days late. I think 3 days late, and I've gained 30, no, 20, 25, 25K. Because I have 8,000 here, but I also withdrew my rewards already. So I withdrew some, and I'll continue to withdraw some. So I'll withdraw some now as well. I'm so hungry. So we finally have 1,600 likes. We're almost at 1,700. Can we get to 2,000 likes? That would be amazing. Can Luna reach old highs? What's your opinion? So can it? Yes, it can reach old highs. Now, will it hit old highs? I'm not 100% sure, because the way that we get there is we need to see Terra Luna Classic get to a level to where it can support USTC, right? Because the algorithm has to be back in place. We have to see a use case. We have to see, a 10, 20, 30, 40 billion dollar market cap. But then, yes, we can get back to those levels. But we have to take it step by step. Some of the things that I've read in the Terra Rebels Discord as they were going through bringing back USTC, and if that was a thing that they should do, and they were talking about basically the different steps, and it seems like everything was blending together, where it's like we have to get Terra Luna Classic down to this level. We have to create utility within Terra Luna Classic. We need to create utility right now within Terra Luna Classic. Also, is it valuable to bring USTC back to $1? Should we repeg it? Are there different levels to repeg it? Either burning off the supply, burning the supply down to 1 billion, or paying off that $10 billion in debt, or just completely doing away with USTC. If they do that last thing, then it will take away the use case that Terra Luna Classic is sort of known for. And I think when you try and do something different, you don't learn from the mistakes that you had, right? When you try and completely like wipe the slate clean, you don't learn from what you did, right? If you keep everything similar, but then add security or add something different to that, then you can understand. If you have a product that doesn't work, and you feel like you need to keep changing the mold and keep changing the mold, you have to keep adjusting it, and then eventually you'll get to a mold that actually works. But you don't ever see people that are like, you know what, I have this mop that's amazing, and the molds are great, but it just doesn't really work out right. So I'm going to scrap the entire idea, and we're going to start making brooms. It's like, no, you're not going to do that. You had a great idea. People resonate with that idea. So figure out what is wrong and fix what is wrong. And that's where we need to stand. We need to take it step by step. The first step is Terra Luna Classic burns down a lot of the supply, or as much of the supply as they can, right? We see what levels they can burn down. And when they do, you can see this at a certain market cap. You can see the volume obviously pick up. You can see the amount of potential based on the community that's behind it. And then you can see Terra Luna Classic maybe at a $1 to $10 price. Well, now that it's at a $1 and $10 price, and it has that ability to get up to those higher prices, now how do we get there? How do we get the algorithm back, in place? Well, in order to get the algorithm back in place, you need to see USTC back to $1. No, you don't set the algorithm first in order to get USTC back to $1. You don't turn minting back on, because then that gets Terra Luna Classic back to where it was. And then people start selling USTC, and it's right back in the same spot. You need to find a way to build up a wallet so that you can hold $1 to $10 billion to bring USTC back to its regular state. And then you'll see it at $1. Once you see that at $1, where you pay off that entire debt, which is $10 billion in debt, once you pay that entire thing off, now this is at $1. Terra Luna Classic is between $1 to $10, maybe $1 to $20. Now you have a plan to bring back the algorithm, because now Terra Luna Classic has enough of a price where if it mints more coins, it's not going to mint, billions of coins in order to help out USTC. And then when you do see that algorithm back in place, that creates that use case. All you need is some sort of a support, which I feel like the 1.2% burn should stay here. It shouldn't go away. I think it should stay, and that they should reallocate that 1.2% as time goes on to go to a treasury, just in case some USTC gets attacked. And then you can have everything, stabilized. I feel like that's a great method to this overall madness. So I know it's a lot, but it could work that way. And there's also other ways that we could do this, but I feel like it could work that way. If you click Lunic Deposit at Binance, then you select the chain Terra Station and get the right address to send it. Yes, that's another thing, is you're going to need the right address in order to send it to Terra Station. Make sure, or not Terra Station, to Binance. Make sure that you have the correct address, somewhere, whether it's in your email or, linked on your computer or something. I will have my correct address sent to, either my email or something, and then always have it so that I can do it on the computer, because I don't have the exchange on my computer. Guys, we are 200 likes away from 2,000 likes, which would be insane. We've gotten over 1,000 likes 2 times in the last or 3 times in the last month, and this is the 3rd or 4th time, and now we're on the verge of hitting 2,000 likes, which is insane. And I appreciate all you guys for being here. How do you compound rewards in Terra Station? So I believe things like all nodes actually compound your rewards. Come on, man. Sorry. I think things like all nodes actually compounds your rewards if you're staking with them. but mainly you have to do it manually. So for me, I do it manually to where I'll withdraw my rewards and then delegate my rewards into where I'm holding it. Or you can just collect whatever rewards you want, right? If you wanted to sell those rewards, that would be great for you to, take that and sell it. Or you know what? If you are seeing, like, say you're holding 8 million, as it is above $1, you're holding $8 million and you're gaining, let's say, $8,900 dollars every day. You can just collect the rewards. This would be very interesting to do right here. If you have 8 million Lunic in the end, would I want to sell that 8 million Lunic, or would I just collect what I have? I can keep a million in there, which would be keeping $1 million and collecting $1,000 a day or $5,000 a day or something like that, which would be passive income. And that wouldn't be a bad idea. Are you going to make a video about lunatic staking? That's going live today. I will make one as soon as I get the full update or full information. I'll make a video on it. Let me just jot it down in my videos to do. What would you do if Lunic falls hard before your first exit? If Lunic falls hard before my first exit, so I set a low enough exit to where that can't and probably won't happen. So first exit is very low. I always keep my exit below that 1 penny mark, and typically we're going to see it around that 1 penny mark. And if it does fall well before my lowest exit, I already made profit. I already made $6,000 profit from it. And that's why you need to set wherever your exit plan is to a level that you believe it's definitely going to get to. I already hit a level to where I gained 6,000, and I only spent $40 anyways. I already gained a level to where I gained $6,000 profit. Did put another $1,000 into it, so technically right now I'm at $5,000 profit. But either way, I gained a profit from it. So I had my first sell somewhere up here, which your first sell probably should be somewhere up here to where it's probably at 10% of a penny, or just on the verge of, dropping that zero. For me, I already had this. I already had this level, which was 0.0005 for me. It was worth a lot more than $22,000 because I had 63 million. And again, I took $5,000, so I gained my profit. But then when it comes to everything else, I have a feeling that I think it's definitely going to get to this point. It's definitely going to get to this point here. So all of these, I believe this will happen. 1.2 million will definitely happen. Reality, though, for me is to 2.4 million. And then if it does fall back hard, then it falls back hard, and I'll collect something in between here. If it falls back below a certain level, I'll take certain prices around a certain level. But I'm not going to keep it all in there at some of those levels. But either way, I have a plan, and it's not set in stone because I still do have 2 million that I want to make a move on somewhere in here, but we'll figure it out. And we're almost at 2,000 likes, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to play an ad right now. Terra Station is manual. All nodes validators offer auto compounding. Anchor, what? Hey Matt, what will happen after 400 million burn tomorrow? You think? What I think will happen, lunatics may see a little bit more of an increase because of the 400 million burn. There's going to be a couple of videos that are created about it, whether it's a video from me, because the burn should be today. So you're going to see a video that's created about the 400 million burn, not only staking, but the 400 million burn. So I do have to put that on my list. I put 4,000 million, 400 million Lunic Burn from Lunatics. So yeah, I think we will see a little bit of a push, but then staking will also be interesting as to what gets done there. I may stake half of mine there, not all of it, but just like half of it, um, uh, or maybe 75% of it. I'm not sure, but we want to see what the percentage is, what the payouts are. Also, if we are still receiving Lunic, um, wherever we're staking it or how we're staking it, if we can still receive Lunic in our wallet. So I don't know how that detail goes, but from what I heard, you'll still be able to receive your Lunic rewards as well as getting rewards from um, staking it. Uh, hey Matt, what will happen after I read that? Um, let's see. I would say also be very interesting. It would be a very interesting video about how to stake Luna. I only stake on Binance and CDC, a DeFi wallet. Um, thanks for your effort. So I think I do have a video on how to stake Luna. Um, but I think I released it for like Patreon or something. I'm not 100% sure. Um, but yeah, oh yeah, I do have a video on how to stake it. I didn't go through it step by step by step, but I did break it down like what my method was on staking it and things like that. Thank you for becoming a member. What is it? Renaissance? All right. Let's see how many people we have on Twitch. We have 20 people on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. Richard, our favorite tipper. Yes. 200 MA dump. 200 moving average dump. Let's see what the actual price is right now because I know we're dropping a little bit. Again, that's what I said is that you are going to see a little bit of retracement, which is good for the volume. You're seeing $1.6 billion in volume. But volume doesn't always have to be positive. And we want to see these low prices for the burn tax. I don't want to see these high prices for the burn tax. I want to see low prices for the burn tax. And seeing it up at some of those high levels is great. Just because it's decreasing doesn't mean you're losing out on all of your gains. I have 81.9 million Luna. How much money will this be? It depends on when you make your move. So if you have 81 million, I'm gonna have to take this out. But if you have 81, let's change this. Thank you for subscribing, Gilbert. I appreciate that. 81. If you have 81 million right now, it's worth about $10,000 or something, or then it was worth $10,000. Currently, it's probably worth closer to 20,000 or something, 20, 25,000. But anyways, if you decide to take some profit, if I were you, I would probably start somewhere right here. Maybe you can take 5 million here just to set it up, right? 5 million where you're taking 25,000. That's basically all of what the amount is right now. You take 25,000. That's great. You could throw it into another position if you wanted to, or just pocket it. That would be great. But then you see this go down to a level of 1 penny. Maybe you take another, let's say, 5 million. Right, that's $50,000. Yes, I know you're taking quite a bit, and that could be $5 million at a dollar, but you always want to take some sort of profit. Then you could see it at maybe 10 cents if you wanted to, and just take maybe 2 million. And you could decide to just keep taking 2 million as you see different levels. Maybe 2 million here. Right, that's 400,000. You're currently sitting on 16 million. So now if you wanted to at 25 cents, you can decide to take a bigger chunk, maybe 20, right? That's 5 million that you end up taking. So a total of 5.6 million at a low end if you wanted to. So I believe that's going to hit 25 cents. And that's where you'll see probably a harder resistance or a bigger resistance. So if you can get 5.6 million out of $10,000 or $20,000, it's great. And it's probably maybe 10 or closer to 10 where you invested. But then you have all of this room for growth above this. So you can keep taking 2 million. As we're getting closer and closer, you can take 2 million every step of the way, right? And you're 700,000, you could take another 2 million, right? You have certain levels or all of these levels that you just want to take profit from, right? And then you get to a point of 50 cents and you're like, I'm going to take 10 million. That's another 5 million that you take. So basically at all of these levels, you're taking another 5 million. And maybe it gets to 75 cents. You take another, 10 million, or maybe, you know what, you take 7.5 million. Oops, that's 75 million. 7.5 million, which is another 5 million there. So everything before $1, you can collect a total here of 18.6 million. So it would definitely be life changing, but make sure you pace it out the right way. Don't overdo it and say, you know what, I have 81 million. Let me sell 81 million at $1. That would be great, but you can pace it out the right way, and all of this would be life changing for you because you're seeing 25,000, 50,000, 200,000. But remember, all of these gains that you have, you're gonna have to pay taxes on. So make sure you track them, and you don't want to owe taxes on $18 million. Trust me, because that's going to be $9 million that you owe in taxes, depending where you live. So anyways, let me get out of here and go back to what I'm looking at for 44 million. Let me go back to my poverty lifestyle with only 44 million coins while you're over here with 82 million. We hit 2,000 likes. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. I appreciate it so much. This is the first time hitting 2,000 likes in a while. It's been during the live stream. We've hit 2,000 likes after the live stream because people will rewatch it. But it's been a while since we've hit 2,000 likes. So I greatly appreciate you guys for being here. Is there any other coin in history which come back from the position where Luna is currently? So there have been nothing that has come back from a position like this. There has been drops, 90% drops in things like Bitcoin and things like Ethereum and things like Litecoin. There have been 90% drops or 91% drops as well, but nothing that has been a 99.9%, 99.9999% drop and has completely come back from it. And the reason why is because nothing has had that type of hype. But you can see the potential in this because of the community that's behind it. And there's always a first time for everything, right? And there could be a first time that a full algorithmic stablecoin actually works. And I think if we figure out the way that we can build an algorithmic stablecoin that actually works and is supported and has security behind it, would be great. I know we were talking to, I think, Edward Kim a while ago about Terra Luna Classic, and he mentioned about USTC and how with the BTC backing that they did have, they wanted to use BTC as a form to back Terra Luna Classic. But I don't think that's right. I don't think you should do that. And the reason why I don't think that they should do that is because you need to, I think, diversify and have hundreds of millions into different areas, whether it's in different stable coins or in different like full-on crypto coins or tokens, or you can have it in actual dollar value. So if you have a full bank or whatever with millions of dollars that fund any type of attack that's on USTC, that would be great. But we don't know how that would work, and if we can actually do that, because banks suck. They don't let you take anything out of there. So trying to take out millions of dollars would definitely not happen. Wesley Snipes did that. Yeah, tax evasion. Yeah, it's not good. Look what happened to Wesley Snipes. I think he got how many years in prison? I lost $7,000 in Luna due to the crash. How to get back my loss at least? Well, it would have been great if you would have seen the opportunity from the low. I think the lowest point, if you would have found an opportunity to just buy at the low, you would have gained all of that back. If you would have found an opportunity to just say, look, I understand it's dropping. I understand I lost $7,000 and it hurts. But if I invest another $100 right now and this position does run, right, I'm losing $7,100. Oh, well, I lost my $7,000, but I'm losing an extra $100. What's an extra $100 there? However, it's going to get you millions of coins, tens of millions of coins. And if you invested at the ultimate low, you would have gotten probably 100 million coins at that point, well over 100 million coins. So it would have been great for you to see opportunity at that low point and you would have gained everything that you lost back and more. So next time you have a loss like that, make sure you research if it could be an opportunity, if it could come back. Because right now, yes, we are seeing pretty decent price jumps. We're seeing it up to, 0.000, 2969. Seeing it up 82%. And you don't want to invest at a high point like this. I don't suggest doing it. I wouldn't make a move at a highest point that we've seen in quite some time. But there is a way that you can gain all of that back, because right now you would be able to gain, if you're looking at the long-term output of this, I think that you can see a massive return in what you invest there. So it sucks that you lost $7,000 from that, but I hope you can find a way to get all that back. We all better start looking to move someplace. There's no tax on crypto. Yeah, I guess it's true. You go to Puerto Rico and you have less tax, right? Isn't that what Logan Paul did? Matt, can you do my 1.7 billion exit plan, please? So if you guys want to build an exit plan for yourself, I don't want to take people through that, because we actually lost 400 viewers because I was going through that exit plan. If you want to take this yourself, go over to Patreon, get yourself the spreadsheet and go through the spreadsheet and make sure you save whatever your plan actually is. Because I think 1.7 billion is a lot, and you can sell a lot earlier, a lot sooner. And it's definitely something that I look at and, go, hey, you can make a ton out of this, a ton. But you need to make sure you have reality, you have expectation, you have profits. And I need to replace, this, because I don't have this portion in that spreadsheet. So you'll just have this to show you what the end goal is. But not everything that's reality, expectation, and the overall max profit. Let's see, John, thank you for that $20 super chat. I greatly appreciate that. I really do. All the super chats, all of the members, everybody. Yeah, how much are our taxes under 1 year investment? And what about over 1 year? So typically in the US, you're looking at like 39%. I believe it's either 37 or 39%. But then you also have state and local taxes. So I always like to factor in basically 50%. And for places like California, it may be upwards of 60%. So it just all depends where you live, what state you live in. But some places have no capital gains tax. I think somebody just said that. Tennessee has no capital gains tax. Some places have no capital gains tax, but that's only for the state. Federal, you'll still have capital gains tax. So that's still an issue there, or a little bit of an issue. I don't want to pay taxes, but you have to pay taxes. If you're gaining, tens of millions of dollars, they're going to come for you because they expect their tens of millions of dollars to reach their pockets as well. Don't be a Wesley. Do your taxes. Next logo for your Profit merch. Not bad, but I feel like Wesley Snipes would sue me if it gets too popular. Yeah, Wesley Snipes would sue me, and I would never be able to meet Wesley Snipes. He'd be like, "Oh, you're the guy that made the shirt. It's funny, but you made the shirt." And then he's gonna be like, "I don't like you," and I'm like, "No, you can't do that. Blade Blade has to like me because he's Blade." So basically, you should just take your profit because this unit growth is not realistic. Um, rather it's hype, and this bubble will burst soon. So no, that's not the case. Taking your profit along the way is better for the overall ecosystem and community. The reason why is because if people are not taking profit and they decide to hold forever, right? And everybody said, with diamond hands forever, we're not going to let go of this thing. Well, that limits the amount of volume you're going to see. It limits the amount of burns that you're going to see. It also makes this position more for the bigger holders. So if you're holding 1.7 billion and you hold till $1, right? You're basically going to be holding 10% of the entire position, and maybe even the entire position. Because if it gets to $1 and it's a $1 billion market cap, that's 1 billion total coins. So it makes it easier to get rid of the coins or burn the supply when people are taking profit, as well as, saving some profit for the next person. If you feel like you have 81 million, you can find a way to gain, I don't know, 40 million or 30 million out of that. Instead of gaining $81 million, you gain $40 million or $10 million or $20 million. It's still life-changing money, but it's not being overly greedy. If you're overly greedy, this thing starts to stall, and we don't want it to stall. We want people to. Matthew, remember when you were sick? Your voice sounded like a crypto godfather. I do remember that. I hope I don't get sick, because it's always my voice that goes first. But yeah, I think what um, I think we need to see volume go through, and it's not about selling because this isn't sustainable. It's about selling to make it 100% more sustainable. If people are making this move, burns happen, we get to a reasonable point. Now we can see the algorithm replaced. Now we can see the USTC repegged, everything. So I could tell you that for me, I'm making moves, and you want to find a way not only to just make moves because um, you want to help other people out, gaining their profit. It's because you want to gain yourself profit. If you gain profit along the way, it's much easier to hold, right? Because let's say it's running and it gets to 10 cents and I'm holding $4 million in my account. You're telling me that I'm not going to want to sell anything. And as a person that doesn't have $4 million in their account, I can tell you that I don't. Um, I will see $4 million and say, you know what? I want to take the $4 million, right? So then I end up taking maybe $1 million of that. If I take $1 million of it, now I feel comfortable. I've gained $1 million off of it. Yes, I am going to have to pay $500,000 in taxes, but I've gained life-changing money from this already. So I feel comfortable holding until $1. So as you go along, it makes you feel more comfortable as you're selling at different points to hold near $1 or to hold to $1 or even beyond. If he sues you, just tell him he'll have to pay taxes. Insert crying Wesley Snipes meme. Okay, yeah, it should be a crying Michael Jordan meme. If you get $1,000 profit, it's still good. Yeah, any profit is still good. Obviously, people want millions of dollars worth of a profit. They want life changing money, but $16,000 or $100,000 or $1.1 million is a good amount of profit. It's a great amount of profit. I mean, 1 cent Lunix, sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. When are we going to get to 1 cent Lunix? I'd probably think beginning of next year. Maybe there's a high chance that we could have it at the end of this year. How do you think it'll, how long do you think it'll take to reach reality levels? So these levels here, right, you're talking about reaching 25 cents. I think, again, 1 cent, as we look at that, I will be taking 16,000 there or before that. But reality levels of 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, I think this will probably happen within that 1 to 2 year mark, probably more closer to the 1 year mark, because we're going to hit 1 cent somewhere around, maybe the 6 month time frame, or maybe the 4 month time frame. When we get to 6 months, we might see somewhere at a level of 3 cents or 4 cents or maybe even 5, and then we could find a way to push more towards that 10 cent, 20 cent, 25 cent level. So I would say within the first full year, I can expect this. That's my expectation, and I feel like that's reasonable. It's not low, it's not high. I feel like it's reasonable. I just got on your live. How long do you think this will go on for? A week, 2, longer, permanently? Just wondering. The run, I think right now we're seeing something that is not going to last multiple days. I mean, if it does, then that's great. I hope it doesn't, because we don't see the 1.2% burn yet. I think we will see more green days and red days, getting to the 1.2% burn, getting to the 12th, getting to mid-September. And then when we see after mid-September, we also see Ethereum that's making this merge, and we see a push in the entire crypto market. We're going to see a bull run as well as Terra Luna Classic running. So hopefully we have the 1.2% implemented right away. And a lot of people are saying that it may take a while to fully implement. But I hope it's right away. Like, this happens as soon as we hit 12 o'clock, and then boom, everything starts running and we see everything start burning. And that's what I want to see. But that's a perfect scenario. I don't know if that's the case. So either way, I think we're going to see more green days than red days because of all of the hype building up to this month. And I can't wait to see what happens in this month. So it's not going to be permanent that we see this hype. This month is probably going to be a lot higher than other months. But once we do see how much they are burning in single 30 days, we will be able to say, okay, this is where we're going, My issue is I have 23 million staked. I can't sell even if I wanted to. Here's my issue. We talk about the burn, but what about utility? We need both in order for this to explode, in my opinion. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But the issue is that most people are thinking, whenever they look at something that happens, right, they always think of a what next scenario, right? It's like, what's next? What's next after that? What's next after that? It's like staking came. Well, what's coming now? It literally, a day into it, you had so many questions where it's like, what's coming next? What's the next catalyst? And you have September the 12th or mid-September that's coming up, and people are already saying, well, what's next after the 1.2% burn? But we haven't even gotten there yet. We haven't even seen the reaction before all of this. We're seeing this reaction, but we haven't seen any bigger reaction from it. So it's not about what's next right now. It's what's next when we get closer to the end of the impact of what we're looking at now. So we have staking, we see an impact. We have the 1.2% burn, we see an impact, and we want to see how fast this is going to burn. Then we can map out how long this will take to burn off the entire supply or a lot of the supply. Then we can look at what's next. The utility will be basically back to where it was, finding it as an algorithmic stablecoin, but supporting it a lot better, making sure this algorithmic stablecoin actually works, because every single type of algorithmic stablecoin that was out there in the past has failed, including Terra Luna Classic. This was the largest one that has failed, but it has failed. So how do you support that to where you can create security behind it so that failure is not an option, right? And I think the way that you do that is by creating that treasury that's backed by, a real world asset, right? Whether it's the US dollar, you see a full bank account with billions of dollars into it, or you see other cryptocurrencies, a wallet with 17 different cryptocurrencies that can get sold for, recovering USTC if somebody attacks it. You need to see something that is security and, kind of build up that old use case, but make that old use case better. You have a patent on a product, and to make that product better, you now improve on that patent, right? Technology now improves, you improve on that patent. And I know these are different scenarios here, but you're trying to improve the situation that you had. They failed. Yes, they did. Try and learn from that failure, and now you can improve upon it. So that's the use case that we're going for. It's not, I'm sure they'll have other use cases, like actual use cases into it, not only just the algorithmic stablecoin aspect of it, but also applying it in other places, which they had plans to do before the crash. And I think they can get there if they actually have added security. That's my opinion. Do you only pay taxes on crypto if you withdraw? Yes. So it would be a transfer. Your exit plan is unrealistic. So how is it unrealistic? So my exit plan is all based on the fact that I have a reality that I will see different prices in, whether that reality is up to 25 cents or it finds a way to get to $1. I feel like this plan is way better than a lot of other people's plans, to where it's like, I'm just going to hold it all until I get to $1. Now, if you hold it all until it gets to $1, I mean, that's $44 million. Is $44 million more unrealistic or more realistic than $14 million? I would say no. I mean, it's not more realistic. $14 million is more of a realistic price point. And then you can also argue that $2.4 million is more realistic than $14 million and $44 million. So it's a better plan. I understand where you're like, the 249 million is unrealistic. Of course, that's where the gray area is. We don't even know if it's going to get above $1. We don't know if it will hit 5 or 10 or 25 or 50 or $100, but it is the gray area. What I will do, and this is why I have it staked, is if it only hovers around $1, I have 8 million that's staked right now, which means that if it's above $1, I gain, thousands of dollars per day from staking $8 million. Or, well, technically, yeah, $8 million. I'm gaining $1,000 or, $5,000 or $20,000 a day, whatever I end up gaining off of this, because I have it staked over in Terra Station. So this is where my mindset is I get to $1 and I still have 8 million left in there, while I'm also collecting 14 million total. So I don't think it's unrealistic. I think gaining $14 million off of $40 sounds ridiculous, but the move I've already made, where I've turned $40 into a total, it got up to 20 something $1,000, is ridiculous. Even my realized gain already, turning $40 into $6,000. That's crazy by itself, or in itself. So I understand where you're coming from, but I think this is the most realistic scenario that you could possibly have. How do I get the spreadsheet? The spreadsheet is over on Patreon. If you go to Patreon, you go into all of the posts. You're going to see here that you scroll down. We have this one, but this one I believe is for profit hands level. So if you just do the Discord level and you scroll down, We're going to try and find it here. So here it is. So this is for the Discord level. You can go here and just look at the exit plan, and you can type it in yourself, or you can type all the stuff in yourself. So once you click on that, it's going to bring it up, and then you'll be able to select it. You'll open the exit plan, and here's what you'll end up seeing. If you have any APY that you end up gaining off of the amount that you may have staked, you can do that. Whether you have 100 million or you have 1 million, you can figure out what would be the best price point for you. So, and when you would sell. So you can get this exit plan on Patreon. Link is in the description. Right now, hold or buy. It depends what you want to do, right? I'm not gonna tell people to hold or buy the position. I'm not a person that's like, hey, diamond hand everything. No, I'm a person that will tell you if you feel as though you need to question that, taking profit is probably the right idea. But if you take profit, be happy with the profit that you took, and don't you know, have like the shoulda coulda wouldas type of thing where you go to every party and it's like you're like, I could have made $20 million off of Terra Luna Classic. It was at I had 20 million coins and it could have got to $1. I could have made $20 million. Yeah, we know that, but you didn't. You sold, right? And you sold everything. I never sell everything. There is not a single position in the last 2 years that I saw that I sold everything, right away that I can think of. But usually, if something has further potential to grow, yeah, I'm selling a portion of it. I wonder if Erica dropped her off yet. She should have dropped her off yet. Give me a second, guys. I know we have 1,600 people here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I'm going to bring up what's happening with the position. I just want to go check if she took her to the her bus stop. Let me put up the 1 minute chart. Yeah, because right now we're seeing a little bit of a retracement here in Terra Luna Classic. So give me a second. Talks amongst yourself. I'll be back in probably like 4 minutes. Nice chair. Thanks. my my tailbone hurts. I don't know why it like suddenly hurts sometimes. It might be the bed that we sleep in. I don't know. Brad, I haven't seen you here in a long time. Maybe you have come a couple of days, but I haven't seen you here in a long time. Yes, in the US, if you trade any crypto, then you trigger the gains tax. Even even if you do a direct trade from one crypto to another, it's a sell and a rebuy, and they will count it as a sell. Yeah, that's the one thing that I don't like. I understand why, but that's one thing that I don't like, because if you're selling one investment for another investment, the investment is not sold into an actual like fiat currency. So I I don't I don't understand that at all, but I guess they have to find a way to track it. And if they yeah, it's very difficult to go about that. And I guess if you make profit from that, um, whatever profit you make, now it goes into you buying this new position, which if you can make profit from that, you also get taxed on that. So that's something I don't like, but that's only unique to crypto. You don't ever see taxes, um, or people being able to sell, trade a stock for a stock. It's always, you sell that stock for a dollar, and then the dollar, you buy another stock. How are we this morning? We're pretty good. Matt, I've been watching for a while, just listening. I've got a new job, and life has been different. Well, that's good. That's good. I hopefully, different in a good way. Hopefully the job is something that you like to do, because nobody wants to just get up and um, do something they don't like to do. But I'm glad to see that you're still watching, that you're still here. um, but yeah, I remember faces, especially ones that I make moderators. So yeah. Could this be a big rug pull for the owner to get some of their money back? I mean, I would say no. I understand how people can think that. I just know that we're going to see pumps, we're going to see pullbacks. That's just how markets work. It's not anything that you need to take too seriously. I mean, it is money that you're gaining. So going from 0.00015 to 0.000 300 or 30, um, is really good. Obviously, you're able to double your money at that point. So we'll all take it. DJ Trev, we are all wealthier. Yeah, Matt, do you think that when the 1.2% burn rate, traders will not be able to lose the courage to trade? No, I don't think so, because what you will see is the value of that go up. Now, if it was 3% or 5%, then people are probably like, I don't want to pay 3%. I don't want to pay 5% right now. I'd rather keep what I have. I don't want to buy any more, because if I buy more, I'm going to pay 5%. But 1.2% is low enough that it's not really a big problem. And to tell you the truth, the 1.2% is not a given, right? It could be changed. In the coding right now, that's what it states. And then also the amount that we can burn off to is not just to 10 billion. It can also be burned down to 3 billion or 1 billion or 100 million. And that came out of, Edward Kim's mouth. There's a freaking fly here. I don't see Lunic on Binance US. Is that correct, or am I not typing it in right? I don't think it is on Binance.us. We're creating higher lows, and this is very bullish signal. Well, now we are. At this point, if we break it down in a different way, yes, we see that low here, that retracement. We're always going to see a retracement. But yeah, now we're creating a higher low. And if we create a higher high, yes, we're in a bullish scenario to where we can see this continue to push. Let's be honest. We all want to get rich. Of course, everybody wants to get rich. But it's about, what people are, I guess, willing to do to get rich, what you're willing to risk. And in this case, I don't think you needed to risk a lot. I don't think that's the way to say that. I don't think you need to risk a lot, or in the past, needed. I think Terra will go slightly down, so I can buy more in the next few days to go indicators and right momentum. You will see what I mean. I see what you're talking about. You're trying to talk this into existence so that you can buy more. Madden and his flies. Yeah, I don't know Like anytime we let Emmy out at night, we don't have a screen, and even if we did have a screen, we still have to let Emmy outside the door, and there's like just nothing but wooded area out there. So I don't know how you stop those like flies and other insects from coming inside the house. Besides having a screen door, especially if you need to let a dog out to go to the bathroom. So I don't know. It's a freaking problem. They come directly down here because for some reason I never turn off these damn lights. Um, they're just always on. I need to like shut them off at night. Sometimes I don't remember because I always think I'm gonna come back down here to record a video or do something. We've been live for about 2 hours, and we have 2,380 likes, almost 2,400 likes. This is a crazy amount of likes. A great live stream today. It's not over. We're going to be going till 9:30. It's oversold temporarily. It will come down. I start a position to get Luna relisted on Coinbase. I think Coinbase just will do it whenever they feel like doing it. At this point, I feel like everybody should really have Luna back on there, at least Luna C. There's currently a proposal to change the burn from 1 billion instead of 10 billion. Yeah, that's to put it on paper. But in the coding, it doesn't stop at 10 billion. Even though it stated that it stops at 10 billion, in the coding, it does not stop at 10 billion. So that proposal is kind of useless, but it's great to have it in writing, I guess. 0.003 looks like the new support level. If we exceed that level, the next level would be 0.00. You mean resistance level. But yeah, I think it is a new resistance level. Are you talking about? Yeah. We want to break that level, and we want to see 0.00035. I would love to see 4, obviously. Whales have definitely taken an interest in Lunac. Yeah, you can see that. With all of the hype that comes around it, and once we do see, billions and billions of dollars of volume, I mean, this is going to be great. I don't want to see the billions of dollars in volume happen now. I want to see those billions of dollars in volume happen when the 1.2% burn is implemented. And this is the one thing that I was afraid of, is getting to a $2 billion market cap, getting to a higher price point way beforehand. And, people can take their profit. You can make your moves. It's always great. But getting to some of these levels beforehand, before the 1.2% gets implemented, I just want to see this happen when we see the 12th come along, or whenever the 1.2% burn is fully introduced. So many friends doubt me with Lunac when I bought the dip, and now I'm going. Now I'm going, and I want to see 10x, 100x, 1000x. Yeah, so do we. Good morning, Armani King. Appreciate you dropping by. But yeah, I want to see 10x. I want to see 100x. I want to see 1000x. But so many people doubt positions, because if they don't believe that it's going somewhere, then you're not right. They are the right person, and it's okay. I say all the time where someone's like, this is going to do this, and I'm like, this is my opinion. Everything's in my opinion, because it's not saying that you're wrong. It's saying that this is the way that I feel it's going to go. But it could also go your way. There's always a percentage chance that it can go any single way. That you can see it run, you can see it not run. Bug zapper, like right outside the door. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I just don't want to hear like zzz, 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 all damn day, and or all night actually, and then have to clean that. I bought 10 million at 0.00054 and 10 million at 0.00008. I will skim off my initial investment at 1 cent. It's perfect. That's perfect. Peppermint basil lavender, bay leaves will keep the flies away. That seems like a lot of stuff. I'll go to the grocery store and get all that stuff, and I'm gonna leave the grocery store and I'm gonna spend $200. That's how it goes. I went there to get ingredients for one meal, and it was $90, and I was like, how? How is that possible? It's one meal. I'm making one specific meal, and it's $90 worth of things. It's crazy. Just have a shower. That doesn't make sense. No matter how many showers you take, if they come in at night, and it's not going to be good. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. Thank you for all your knowledge and support. Thank you for everything you've done for this community. Thank you for being 100% real. I appreciate all the kind words. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for being here. I try. Can you explain the purpose of these coin burns? I don't know what that means. So the purpose of a coin burn, right? When you have a coin that has way too much supply. So Terra Luna's position before it was Terra Luna Classic had less than 1 billion circulating supply. It was able to get up to a $40 billion market cap. And it only had like 300 something in circulation, which meant $40 billion market cap was $120 price. So the lower the supply is, the higher the price potential can get to. And the tie between Terra Luna and USTC were based on the fact that Terra Luna at that point could protect USTC from falling. Right? If USTC fell, it was UST at that time. UST fell down to 98 cents. It got depegged. Terra Luna Classic or Terra Luna can bring that price back up. So with the fact that they minted more coins, they kept minting more coins, they got it all the way up to 6.5 trillion coins there. So burning these coins, the significance of burning these coins will increase the potential price point at a lower market cap. Because right now we're looking at a $1 billion market cap. If we saw the previous supply, we would be looking at a $5, $6, maybe even $10 like price. We'd be finding a way to get up to those levels where we currently are at a $1.8 billion market cap. So there's a difference in what you can do when it comes to supporting the stablecoin. So if you have $5, you can support the stablecoin a lot more by minting one coin that's $5, which goes into the stablecoin, which is worth less than $1 or should be $1. So you can buy 5 of this UST for 1 of this Terra Luna. Does that make sense? So you have to find a way to burn down this supply to bring up the price point at a lower market cap so that you can support this UST position. Does that make sense? But burning is definitely a way to increase price points without generally increasing the market cap. The market cap could stay the same. The price increases because price multiplied by supply equals what the market cap is. So if you see $1 at 1 billion circulating supply, you're looking at a 1 billion market cap. Same thing if you're looking at a $2 price at a 1 billion supply, $2 $2 billion market cap. Can you send Lunic ERC20 to Terra Station? You have to send it to a place to where you can either bridge it right now. So if you wanted to go through, you would go through the Terra bridge your ERC20, but make sure you test it to make sure you're doing it correctly, because you don't want to send millions over there and then lose those coins. But you can also send it to an exchange that you can then send it from that exchange to Terra Station, as long as that exchange does function on the Terra chain. Do you believe Lunic will hit 50 cents? I believe that it will hit 50 cents. It just depends on when. 10 cents by the end of the year. I'm pushing for, the single digit cents mark, but it would be great if we get there as well. Is a 1.2% tax also about USTC? Um, is it also about USTC? Yes, it's sort of about USTC. So it's not directly affecting USTC right away, but I think eventually the 1.2% burn could be allocated towards, building a pool or this community pool for USTC to pay off that debt. But I'm not 100% sure. Who is burning the coins? So it's an automatic burn. It's not going to be if like somebody comes out and just burns it manually. I believe it's going to be like an automatic burn. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to be automatic, or it will be burned through the community pool where it is sent to. So if it's sent, all of the money is sent here, you will see a certain amount to buy it and burn it and all of that. But I'm hoping that's an automatic thing. So yeah, that's who's burning the coins. So if you spend, let's say, $100, $1.20 are going to go towards the burn. If you turn that $100 into $100,000, you're going to see 1,200 that goes towards the burn. So, and so on and so forth, right? As long as we see the certain amount of volume, $1.6 billion in volume. Let's see. Equals, sorry, one equals 1.6 billion. Yeah, 1.5. Let's do 1.6. 1.6 billion, and then taking that, multiplying it by the 1.2%, and that's $19.2 million, which you would take the 19.2 and you would divide it by 0.00029, where we're standing right now, which would be 66 billion per day. And if you multiply that by 30 days, if we can see a billion in volume for 30 days, we have 1.9 trillion that we're able to burn off. Not $1.9 trillion, 1.9 trillion coins that we can burn off for Terra Luna Classic. And then if you just take the 6.9, this is billion, million, boom, 6.9 trillion divided by this, you're looking at 3.4, 3.5 months. So this is how many months it will take for that to play out if we can burn 1.9 trillion per month. Now, imagine if the 1.2% picks up and we're seeing a massive amount, we're seeing way more. Maybe it's instead of 1.6 billion, we're looking at 5 billion in a day. That's 500 million. We're looking at $5 billion in a day, which is $60 million, or 206 billion that you can burn per day if we see $5 billion per day. If we see that. And if we see that much volume, most likely it's going to be buy volume. We can see a lot of sell volume as well, but hopefully it's 50-50. And then we can see 6.2 that burns off in 1 month, 6.2 trillion that burns off in 1 month, which would be 1.1 month that this ends up playing out. Now, if we could see that happen in 1 month, then we could see higher prices way quicker. Now, I don't know if that will happen. We'll see $5 billion. We know we've seen ApeCoin at that level. We've seen other things run at that level as well. But I can tell you that I'm thinking we're going to see somewhere between 300 to $1 billion in volume daily. And if we can see that, we'll see this happen within the next year. I guess if we see $3 million at the current price, or $300 million at the current price, we can definitely see that run. But after we get to that point, then we want to focus on USTC, right? We can take the 1.2% of we should take the 1.2% of USTC purchases and sells, as well as 1.2% of Terra Luna Classic, and throw it into a pool so that you can pay back the USTC debt, right? Lunic is a rug pull now. Looks like it's dumping. Yeah, again, you're going to see it pull back. You're going to see it pull back. Damn fly. You're going to see it pull back because it did increase a lot. That's what happens. It's not going to be something that stays here forever. As soon as you see 100% increase, it's going to flow with the markets. If you look at the markets, once the volume starts falling down a little bit, which it's not, you're not seeing as much volume. You can see here that we're at 1.5% decrease on the day in the crypto market. Bitcoin's down, Ethereum's down, basically everything's down besides, Terra Luna Classic. Litecoin's up by 3.5%, but besides Terra Luna Classic. So why call it a rug pull? I don't know why they're calling it a rug pull. Whatever you perceive now, volatility is irrelevant. Exactly. Is Binance surely going to implement the burn tax? I believe they will. They're the largest amount of volume that flows through Terra Luna Classic is through Binance. You see 40 to 42% every day. There's a lot of space left between the floor and the moon. Exactly. It's been running for a long time. It can't run all the time. Exactly. And it's better this way because I want to see the 1.2% burn happen with a lower price, because if it does, then we see more that can burn. I mean, that's a better situation than looking for a higher price and burning less. Can you share that Excel spreadsheet? Yeah, so it's on my Patreon. If you guys want to go to my Patreon and scroll all the way down, I posted this on June 29th. This is a spreadsheet that I've had for a while. So go and get it there. If you scroll down and go through all the different things, you probably can't see all of this if you just become a Discord member. But if you become a Profit Hands level member, then you can see all of this, or an Expert Profit Hands level, to where you can get the Terra exit plan. So it's Terra Luna exit plan spreadsheet. See the attachment, and there's the attachment right there. You haven't been in crypto long enough if you don't understand that big runs mostly always retrace hard. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. You haven't been investing long enough if you don't understand that for everything, whether it's stocks, crypto, house values, whatever it is, right? People take advantage of things that are increasing, right? So if it increases, if AMC runs to $76, you're going to see it retrace. If GME runs to $500, you're going to see it retrace, right? Even if you are seeing a lot more hype to continue to push it up, you're going to see people that take profit. Taking profit is a normal part of investing. And if you are not doing that as well, you're not investing. You're just gambling because you're hoping that, you land on black. There's a different way to invest, to where people are like, I'm going to invest this much money and I'm only selling at $1. It's like, that doesn't make sense unless it's very close to $1, that it doesn't really make sense. If you're looking for this to go from a small fraction of a penny, right, all the way up to a level where it seems unreasonable by the market cap. What? It seems unreasonable by the market cap, then it's just going to be very difficult to get to that spot. I read something and now I lost my train of thought. So we'll just leave that go. How does the company decide how many billions or millions of coins? I hate when I do that. I read all the comments that come through as I'm trying to talk, trying to multitask, but multitasking doesn't exist. If people can tell me multitasking exists, but I just look at it as you're distracting yourself. You're distracting yourself from another task, and you're doing a half-assed job on one and now doing a half-assed job on two. Unless it truly is, the only way you can look at multitasking as existing is if, like, say you have two things that you're doing that are all based off of one piece of information. So if I had a bunch of customers come in the door, I need to download all the data from the customers to look at, maybe the different ages that come through, or different races that come through, or whatever it is, right? I'll be able to look at the diversity. I can look at the all the different numbers within it off of that base set of information. Right. I can look at all the prices. I can look at what they bought, all of that stuff. Been asking the same question for over an hour. I'm sorry. We will go to members only soon. Actually, let's go to members only in. Let's go to members only in 1 minute. Actually, it might not even be 1 minute. It might just be like right now, because it's 8:29 and it will be 8:30. Let's go to members only for an hour. If you guys want to become a member, it's 99 cents to become a member. It's easier to ask questions there because I give these long-winded answers, and it sucks. You think we will miss? You think he will miss that? Possibly. Yeah, let's go to members only at this point. So anybody that's a member or a moderator will be able to comment. I know this tends to push people away because you can't get your questions answered unless you become a member, but it's so much easier to go through this with members only. But I still will miss questions because I give these long-winded answers. Matthew, let's have a great party when Luna hits $1. You can try. People join us 99%. You meant to say 99 cents. 99%. Members only, please. We're here. Cool. Jesus Christ. Should we buy more right now? It is at a retracement. It depends. If you're looking for the long term, I would probably say yes. Short term, no. If you're looking for a short term play right now, you don't know if it's going to come back more. Get bug assault. What's bug assault? What is that? It's literally every night they will come in, and during the day I basically kill them all, and then we're good. But if I don't, then they're hovering around somewhere, usually around some light that's shining. And since I have two bright ass lights that are here, they're always right here. By the way, hi from Czech, Matt. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hey, Matt, do you think that the whole complexity behind crypto is one of the major barriers to adoption? Probably. So if you're talking about complexity, you mean like as in like buying it, selling it, moving it, all this other stuff. A lot of people don't understand it. It's just like when the internet became about, right? You have a lot of people that just don't understand how to do anything on the internet, while young people like myself, or like myself was, I would explore everything, whether it was AOL or going on AIM Messenger or trying to figure out LimeWire, all these other things, while my mom was like, how are you even doing any of this stuff? And she was like, I want to use the computer. And she would use the computer and she wouldn't know what to do. And then the same thing came with like phones and stuff. A lot of people don't know how to do a lot of things on phones. I don't even look at all the features anymore on phones. I used to look at every feature, and now I don't. So only the cool kids can talk now. Can you move Lunic directly from CDC to MetaMask? Couldn't figure this out this morning. So you should be able to move it from CDC to MetaMask. Actually, I'm not sure, because it goes through Terra Station, not through Terra Classic chain, not through Binance Smart Chain. I mean, you can move it, but I think you would have to find a way to bridge it if possible. I'm not 100% sure. Had this impression over the past few days. Those rug pull comments are so annoying. They are. I mean, you get them everywhere. Thank you for becoming a member. I can't say it. Aradam. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Thank you for becoming a member, though. I really appreciate it. Welcome new members. Good morning. Watching from Key West. Thank you for watching. How do you become a member? Next to the subscribe button, there should be a join button. And next to, if you don't see that, then you can hit the link in the description and it'll take you there to where you need to join, which should be my main page. But open it up in a browser, not on the app. If you're using an iPhone, open it up on the browser, not on the app, and sign in there, and then you can become a member. And we talk a lot about the burn, but what about ecosystem and projects that are coming back? They're a big part to help the price go up. And I think that with a team like that behind, there is a huge potential for Luna to shine. I agree. I do agree. But what I need to see first is the ability for Lunic to get back to the supply level that it once was, so that we can focus on getting the algorithm and just the overall chain back to what it once was. And then you can start to bring in all these pieces. But we have to focus on one thing before we jump to another. Czech Republic. I got that. Thank you for watching, though. I really appreciate it. And being a member. Thank you. Matt, don't you think a lot of people are buying in now to avoid the 1.2%? It could be. I was thinking that maybe it could be that people are buying in to avoid the 1.2%. But I think people are more likely buying in because they want to get in before things start to run rather than before the 1.2%. Because if amounts are burning, if we're seeing it burn, then we're going to see price jumps, and we're going to see billions that burn off daily. I only have 356,159 Luna Classic coin. How much profit can I expect in the next 1 year time frame? Please assist. You can expect. Let's not spam the same thing. We don't need to. You can expect to see a decent amount of profit depending on when you sell. Now, I'm not going to go through a full scenario. If you want to see this or get an understanding of what the scenario will be, you can go and get this over on Patreon, and you'll be able to put your number in here, throw it in here at different prices, and you'll be able to figure out what profit you can get. Because it all depends on when you decide to sell. I can't tell you when to sell, but if you decide to sell here, then you know what profit you're going to gain. If you decide to sell here, you know what profit you're going to gain. So you have to decide to make that move. Moving coins out of MetaMask is a good example of unnecessary complexity. Yeah. I mean, I don't think moving it out of MetaMask is complex at all. It depends where you're moving it to. Moving Luna coins out of MetaMask, if you're trying to get it to Terra Station, it's very difficult to get it from MetaMask over to Terra Station. So I would say difficulty in getting it to the places you want to get it to, the amount of wallets you have to have rather than the amount of bank accounts you have, is probably the reason why a lot of people don't want to get into crypto. You can't buy all of the coins that you want to buy on one platform because they don't all offer it. Thank you all for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Good morning, Matt. Thanks for all your help with Lunic and Luna T. I'm in the green on both positions, and I'm ready to let this ride. So what I like to hear, make sure you're finding places to take profit and that you're happy with any type of APY that you're gaining as well. Don't spam your questions. He doesn't have a crystal ball. Yeah. So hopefully I answered it. Dude, your channel is exploding. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. I'm about to sell my Luna T. It's not looking good. I mean, you can make whatever moves you want. I'm not going to tell anybody to hold on to something. I'm not going to say, hey, you have to hold on to it. I just know big things are coming for Luna T. And, when people start to sell, it creates buying opportunities for others. So, I really don't want people to miss out on any opportunities. And especially if you're looking at Luna T and you're gaining some sort of Luna Classic, it's giving you a benefit in the end, right? More than what you're gaining on an APY of Terra Luna Classic, of staking it. Hey Matt, so once this run is over, what's your projection on how far we will retrace? I know 22 was the last resistance for a long ways. Good morning, by the way. So I don't expect resistances and supports to hold well. I can't speak today. I really don't expect a lot of resistances and supports to hold well. We've seen breakthroughs of a lot of those different levels for Terra Luna Classic, but I do expect a decent sized retracement. If we look at a candlestick chart, let me go ahead and break it down by hour. By hour, you see this thing is still climbing, and obviously it's more of a consolidation, looking like it's creating a bull flag scenario, which would be very interesting. And we could see this fully retrace to where it hits one of these previous levels of support, which would be 23 or 24. Well, previous level of resistance, which would be classified as you hitting changing a level of resistance to a level of support. Um, if we look at the last 30 minutes, we could see the same thing. That's really showing around that 34 range to where it did resist from. So I would expect that to be that hard level rather than, the 22 level that you talked about, breaking through that 22 level. So that's where I'm looking for it at. Hey, Matt, how are you? I'm pretty good. I can't complain. Um, should all be thanking the developers for all they have done. They're crazy awesome. Yeah, the Terra Rebels team, and obviously um, Doquan for stepping aside. I would say if Doquan was still like leading all of this, I don't know if it would be the same way. So Matt, I have $600 profit now. Should I consider taking my initial investment of $360? Um, yeah, you have $600 profit, $600. So right now, how many millions do you have? Um, Yeah, I mean, I always consider taking profit because you never know how far it will fall. And then when you do see it hit a certain level, maybe you can buy back some of those coins, or you can just sit on whatever your initial investment is and just let it ride, whatever millions you do have. So yeah, I would say in my situation, I always find a way to take that profit, and then if it falls all the way back down to an insane low or back to where it was previously, then I will find a way to buy some more, or I'll take $160 out of that $360 and you know um, put it back in there, which will get me more coins while still having that sort of profit of $200 there. So it's all up to you. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do, but in my case, I always take my initial investment whenever I find a way to double or triple it. Matt, you may have answered, but I got paper hands and got 2.5K to blow. Would you put it in Lunic? I can lose this. If so, what price should I wait for? So I would probably, if you were looking for a retracement, it's going to retrace, if it does retrace, back down to about 2,400. We could definitely see this thing continue to blow out of nowhere, right? We could see it hit a higher low and higher high scenario, create more of an upward momentum. But right now, I would look for a retracement around this area of about 2,400, and that's where I would sit on. Um, but like I said, I'm not looking to buy at any moment, and this would be a long-term play, not a short-term play. Because if you play it short-term, it could possibly fall back down more and break that level of support. So there's some super chats here. New super chat hype starts now. Thank you, Ivan, for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Um, thanks for all you do, brother. Michael, thank you for that super chat as well. MD Hewitt, you see a big decrease in rewards. Also, I want to become a member. Your content has been very helpful, so thank you. Well, um, first, what was I gonna? Do I see a big decrease in rewards for Luna T? Um, I don't see a big decrease. They're still at 4%. We're just seeing a decrease because the volume's not high enough. Eventually, the volume will be high enough, but right now the volume is not high enough. But thank you for becoming a member. If you did become a member, it doesn't show me here. And then, also just being a part of this, even being here, I appreciate all of you guys for being here. You don't have to be members, but I do appreciate you guys. Matt, let's golf after we become Lunic millionaires. Sounds good. Sounds good. I would love to play some golf. Do you use a cold wallet? If so, can you stake with a ledger? I'm not sure. I don't use a cold wallet. I don't go into cold storage at all. I use MetaMask and I use Trust Wallet and all of those DeFi Wallet, Terra Station. But no, I don't. I don't use cold storage. Did y'all lunatics pre-order all the Lambo? Wait, all the Lambo? They said they sold out for 2022 and 2023. Only be restocking for 2024. So no, I'm not getting a Lambo. I'll spend my money in a different place. So no. Check Lunic Penguins for the top holders. Largest amount of bags in the hundreds of millions or billions. They probably won't budge with the 1.2 enabled. How do we get to 10 billion? So they most likely will budge with 1.2 enabled. So when you see the movement in the lower end holders, or even the some of the top or the lower end of the top holders, so you're going to see massive volume that flows through there. You're going to see price movement, and when they see 200% increase and they see a chance for it to retrace, they're most likely going to sell some of their position. Anybody holding large amounts are looking for smaller gains, because yes, you're looking for huge gains, but you're looking for smaller percentage gains. So a person that's holding $1 million in a position will most likely sell when they gain another million, or sell when they gain another 10 million. But we're looking to gain, thousands of percent, right? They're looking to gain hundreds of percent. We're looking to gain thousands. So it's a different story when you have people that are holding such a big pot. And they will make moves. I guarantee they will make moves. If they don't, it's the dumbest thing in the world. If they're just going to wait for $1, they're not going to get there. Because if they're holding $1 billion and you're looking for it to get to $1 billion, it's not going to get there with you holding that, and they should know that. And I'm pretty sure investing in with 1 billion coins, you know what the thresholds will be. You know which level you should be selling at. Bro, I want to kiss your eyes. Best from Austria/Turkey. Well, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I don't know if I want to kiss anybody's eyes besides my wife's. Maybe the kids. I don't really kiss their eyes. I kiss their forehead and their cheek, which Hayden just learned how to give kisses, and now I'm like, I love that little lady. Is there a reason why you don't use a cold wallet? I'm thinking about buying one. I just feel like it's too, I don't know, it's just too like concrete. Like if you put your money into like a safe you don't know the code to, even though you do know the code, you can get it out, you can move it. It's just more of an issue to move it. I always like to have the ability to move it right away without having to go through complex steps. I can barely, if I tell myself, hey, I have to pay this bill this day, if I forget the login, it's going to be very difficult for me to want to pay the bill that day. I know I always pay it by the due date, but if I want to pay it early and I don't know the login to that, I will give up because it takes too much time to go through that, paying that bill early. So that's just me. It's a situation where I don't like any type of stalls in progress during the day. So that's why I can't do that. Lunatic Scramble, bet. I'll beat you by one stroke on the first par three. I don't know. I don't know about that. Well, I haven't been striking the ball well. So yesterday I actually played pretty decent when it comes to striking the ball, but I still just missed a few short range putts that I should have made. But that, again, that's a me problem. Hey Matt, did you hear about the burn tax might get pushed back? No, I didn't hear about that. I guess I will have to ask my question to someone who knows. I don't know what your Ed Trevor. I'm trying to figure it out. People keep on sending super chats. Um, I don't see any question that you have here. I'm looking for Ed Trevor's before. Yeah, I don't see any other like question by you. Off-topic questions. Do you play any instruments, or are you just into golf? Do I play any instruments? I try to play the piano. Um, I played the drums in elementary school, but I gave that up quickly. Yeah, I played it a little bit of drums for church when I used to go to church. So yeah, and that was when I was a kid. So I was like 13, 14 maybe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, let's see. X-Plane, thank you for becoming a member. Lunatic Scramble, yes, we could do that. Thank you for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for that super chat, QV. I want to say thank you for all you do. Quick question. I have my Lunic locked on Voyager. Any idea of other reputable exchanges to purchase more Lunic? Thanks again. Exchanges, I like crypto.com. I feel like they have so much money set aside that you're not going to see them fail. And they know how to invest their money or loan out their coins that they end up getting loaned to them. Um, so I feel like crypto.com does a great job at that. And they know how to talk to investors and talk to the people that invest on their platform, um, about what changes are going to happen, because they've made a couple of changes and people didn't really like the changes, but they didn't abandon the platform because of it. I joined your Patreon, but I couldn't find your Lunic exit plan to download. So if you scroll down, you have to go on all of the posts. If you scroll all the way down and you go to a post on June 29th, you're going to see Terra exit plan. So Terra Luna Classic exit plan spreadsheet. You click on this little attachment and then you'll be able to get it. If you go to this one, I think this is only for profit hands level. So this one's only for profit hands level, which goes through a video of all of that. But I'm kind of explaining that. I have a question about wallets. I have quite a few platforms. How do I get all my assets into one place? That's a tough thing because not all assets are supported in every place. So I have even a person like me who likes to consolidate things. I have things in MetaMask, in the DeFi wallet, in TerraStation, in Crypto.com, in Coinbase, in Trust Wallet. I have things in so many different places because they don't all offer the same things. So um, you can do it. It depends on what you hold, right? If you only hold Lunic, you can throw it all in Crypto.com if you want to. Um, you can throw it all into MetaMask if you want to. Um, but again, it's tough to hold everything in one spot because they don't all offer the same cryptocurrencies. Guys, we're almost at 3,000 likes. If you guys can find a way to get me to 3,000 likes, I mean, I'm already shocked at how we're at 2,762 likes. If you guys can hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. There's a lot of people that have hit the like button, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that haven't. And we're only less than 250 likes away from 3,000 likes. The burn tax is already sitting on the blockchain, specifically blockchain height 9346889. When we got that block height, the burn tax start. When we get to that block height, the burn tax starts. Um, will this explode to make us millions? My mind is in overtime. Um, I think this will explode to make us so much, and I can't wait to see how much people make. 400 million Lunic burn. Did they already burn it? Not top burner. Well, top burners, yeah. So I don't see anything on here yet. But maybe it's not going to be reported directly on here. But they do have Lunatics is going to have a 400 million Lunic burn today. Brother, what is the percentage chance of Luna going back to $171 all time high? When did it get to $171? I thought the all time high was $120 was all time high. What's the percentage chance? It's probably more of like a less than 10% chance right now, until we see all things shape out, right? Because we don't know. It's just like if you bet on something, you bet on a golf tournament, and you bet that Tiger Woods would win the golf tournament, and it's on the first day. Well, now Tiger Woods is leading that golf tournament. The percentage chance goes up that he's going to win, right? And then the second day comes and he's winning it by more, and the percentage chance is going to go up. So we need to see everything shape up to where we have the max volume that we could see, where we see 2 billion, 5 billion, 10 billion, whatever. We can see the price at a lower point to how much we are burning. We burn down to the 1 billion supply, maybe even less than that. And then we start to see the algorithm back in place, the repeg of USTC, everything that happens makes that percentage chance a little bit higher as time goes on. So right now it's 10%. Tomorrow it may be 11%, and next month it may be 20%, but we're not sure right now. It's a great way of spending some time at home, not staring at a screen. Thanks for answering though. Yeah, no problem. Will all exchanges opt in for the 1.2% burn? I would imagine most of them would. If not, that would be a bad business for Binance. That won't be bad business for Binance. So, yeah, I think a lot will. I don't think all will. They will find a way to do it. But if Binance is doing, that's already 40%. And then if BitThumb, does it, then we're looking at, 60%, right? So we look at the total volume, or whatever the highest volume is. So we see BTC Turk, that's 12%. We have BitThumb at 3%. KuCoin, that's at 8%. Gate.io, that's at 6.8%. So if we can find a way to get all of these right here to make those moves, you have $735 million in itself just going through Binance. $735 million by itself through Binance. It's crazy. Thank you for answering my question. I'll get on my other phone and like the video again. One more like. Oh, thank you for that. We are about 100 likes away from 3,000 likes. When do you think there would be a pullback? So right now we're already seeing a little bit of a pullback in Terra Luna Classic, but it's not a crazy pullback. We're seeing a slow pullback, meaning that this wasn't an overhyped moment where people are just buying and selling right away. We're seeing people buying, and some people they're holding quite a bit of what they bought. Maybe they sold half of it, so you're seeing a slow decrease rather than a rapid decrease. I have 2 more likes that I can add. Give me a second to switch accounts. Thanks for all the great tips and keeping it simple and real, Matt. You are an inspiration to many like me. And well, thank you for saying that. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for being here. Again, if it wasn't for you guys, there would be no me. So again, I show nothing but appreciation. The burn tax will be active. Will be active on exchanges to adopt it. I have 6 copies. Thank you for that super chat, Claire. I have 6 copies of my ledger phrase just in case I lose one. Yeah, that's a good idea. $100 will make a ton of billionaires. I agree. Tempted to take profits since I doubled profits. Yeah, I mean it's always a good idea if you feel like you want to take profits. It's good. It's good to take profits. Just don't get upset at yourself if it does continue to run, um, because you still have something on the table, and it's always great to have something on the table. Yes, am I upset at myself that I didn't buy $1,000 worth or a $500 worth like I said I was going to do when it was at its lowest point? Yeah, I'm upset at that. But am I upset with the fact that I made the moves that I made? No. I like the moves that I made. I took profit at certain levels. I took 1,500, 1,500 again, $3,000, took a total of $6,000, and I still have a lot on the table. Um, Omar, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but personal things, Shib won't get another red cent from me. Just saying. James, I understand where you're coming from. Scotty did the same thing. Richard, let's see. If Luna goes back to $100 plus, this would basically be a future billionaire chat. I mean, it could be. The problem is that you're not going to have people that hold on that long. Um, I think if I'm going to hold on that long, it's going to be with a low amount. It's not going to be with the 44 million that I have. Okay, those are all the lakes, all the likes I have. Those are all the lakes you got. Um, was gifted a membership by Omar. How do you do that? You can gift a membership? That's cool. Hey Matt, tell me, uh, please. Wait, what? Tell me, please, my bro. When do you think it will stop pumping? I want to go all in. When do I think it'd be a good entry point again? So again, a good entry point would probably be around the 2,400 mark. That looks like a previous resistance, which could be a future support. Um, but right now, we're not seeing it fall that heavy. Let's go back to the overview. We're not seeing it fall that heavy. You know, it kind of hit this peak point, and then now you can see it kind of climbing from a little bit of a retracement here. So we may end up seeing more of the same, which is more green. Or this could be a false breakout. This is every 30 minutes that we're looking at this. So if we look at it every minute, break this down every minute, we could possibly see this create a higher high right here. So if this continues to break this level, it could create a higher high scenario, which means it could break this point. Um, and if it does break that point, then we're looking at it run even further. So let's look out for that. But I would say if you're looking for a point uh, to buy at, it could either be at this 2,600 mark to where we could see it fall back down to, or a level down here where it's around 2,400. It should be right here. Yeah, 2,400. Um, that's a lot of likes. Yeah, I know. We're almost at 3,000 likes. Dave L, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Thanks for answering the question. Yeah, no problem. Dude's a lake millionaire. A like millionaire, yes. That's a ton of lakes. Um, you're humble, my bro. I try to be. I'm not looking to just, show off and things that I do besides saying I told you so in the title. I never do that. So it's just like this will be funny. Love the content and appreciate the time you put into it. Thanks. No, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member and thank you for being here. Again, like I said, plenty of times during this live stream, without you guys, there is no me. I don't sit here on live stream, every day and talk to you guys about this position or positions in general. If you guys are not here to converse with me. So I greatly appreciate it. We just hit 3,000 likes. So thank you all that hit the like button. Thank you all that came through. The thousands or tens of thousands of people that decided to watch this video today. Um, it means a lot. That's why we love you, Matt. Thank you for saying that. Um, I started mine last year, and all of the YouTubers that I watched, you are the best, bro. Keep up the good work, man. Again, thank you. I mean, that makes me feel so great about what I'm doing. When I quit my 9 to 5, the reason why I quit was because of lack of appreciation. And I saw the level of appreciation that I was getting from everybody here, even people that came through and, said negative things. There were some people that said negative things, didn't understand where I was coming from. And then we had conversations and then they changed their mindset. Um, and some people don't, and it's okay. I don't expect everybody to. I don't expect for me to be right all the time. I don't expect for them to be right all the time. But it's just great to have these conversations and know that people appreciate that conversation that you're having. Um, and I love the content. Keep up the good work. Thank you for saying that. IKO, thank you for becoming a member. Don't you think the 1.2% burn taxes is kind of low? No, I don't think it's kind of low. So they did offer, I think, a 3% tax, and they shut it down. Like they denied it or declined it, and it was because the taxes were too high. That's 3% of your overall position. So if you invest $100, that's $3. You invest, $1,000, was it $30? So I think that's right. Yeah. So it's a problem, right? If you're giving up too much for taxes. I do think 3% could have worked, and it could have been, we could see burning a lot faster, but then people would really try and avoid those 3% taxes because 3% of a million would be a lot of money. And there are people that are investing millions of dollars into a play like this. So ultimately, maybe they might raise it. I don't know, to get this burned faster. But then 1.2% can work. It's just going to take probably a couple of months for this to fully burn off. What do you think the price will get to realistically? In the end, when it's all said and done, and we do see everything repegged, I cut myself yesterday with like I was eating like crab legs, and I had like that little thing that comes from Red Lobster, and I went down too hard, sliced my whole hand. So had to disinfect it. Now my hand is like sliced. And it happened with something that wasn't that sharp. Erica was like, "How can you cut yourself?" I was like, "How can you cut yourself with that?" And I was like, "You can cut yourself with a wooden spoon if you had enough force." So, um, yeah. But yes, what do I think the price will get to in the end? When it's all said and done and we burn down to the certain supply, we repeg USTC, we re-enable the algorithm, I think we can easily get to a $10 to $20 price. When it's all said and done, and then when we see the use cases come in, we'll start to see it climb to higher and higher levels, as long as we have support, or at least security for this algorithm that's in place. So short term, I probably see, obviously this level of, a penny, 10 cents, 25 cents, the levels that we all wanted to get to short term, but then long term, looking at it well above $1. Lobster bisque from Red Lobster? Never had it. I'm glad I've been a part of this channel for quite some time. And I'm actually making money from your words. And my own research. That's what I like to hear. Other people will say, we'll come on here and just go, "Hey, this is not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion for entertainment purposes only." And it's really just to protect themselves. And yes, it is to protect everybody that comes on here, but you have to, kind of do what you preach, I guess. Because if I'm coming on here and I tell you, "Hey, this position looks great, but you should be looking into this. You should be looking into, circulating supply, max supply. This is what you should gauge things off of, taking profit in certain situations." Everybody else will tell you, "Oh, when this gets to $1, you'll be a millionaire. Just diamond hand it to $1." No, take profit. It feels great when you take profit. You feel better to hold longer when you take profit. If you don't take profit, and what are you doing this for? You can be holding for a year, like or 2 years, like we're holding with Shiba Inu, and gain no type of profit from it, right? Has been nothing but falling down since the large increase that we saw. Um, and is that a good thing that you're holding on for a very, very long time? No, it's not. Some parts are good, right? I can't speak, but some parts are good where you're holding some of the position for a long period of time. Um, but all of it, you're diamond handing all of it, you have to take profit. You have to. Like, I don't know. Maybe I might be by myself on this one when it comes to the overall sentiment that we had from Wall Street Bets, but it's not about um, just gambling your life away. It's about taking some profit. Cardano just landed on Robinhood. Did it? That's really good. I bought $1,000 worth of Robinhood. I bought $1,000 worth of ADA yesterday, and I plan on buying a little bit more of that because it is at a low price. I was thinking about Krill Coin, but I don't know. I don't know where Krill Coin is right now. Maybe I'll check that. Krill Coin is currently at 40 cents. It's a good price. Maybe I should buy it at that level and take maybe like $500 and put it in there, or $400. Maybe I could buy another 1,000 and I could take that 1,000 and sell that at $1 or $2. What time do you usually get on throughout the day? Usually, um, I'm on at 7 o'clock, but I'm trying to get on a little bit early because typically I'm gonna have to take Harper to her bus stop at so we'll get her ready. So start getting her ready at like 7:25. Get her out the door at 7:45 to get her to the bus at 7:55. So um, usually I'll take a break in between there, but keep the live going. So I'm starting a little bit earlier so that we get the amount of time that we need to get in here. But it should be either 2 hours and 30 minutes or 3 hours and 30 minutes worth of a live stream in the morning, every day, Monday through Friday. Matt only tells you what he is doing. It's up to you to do some research. I've never heard him say buy now. Yeah, I'm not saying that because people will ask me like, should I buy this right now? And I'm like, well, look, it's a good opportunity right now to buy what I buy at this level. Um, with the current stages that I'm at, no, I wouldn't make that move at this level because maybe it's increasing too much. Or if I haven't bought it yet, and I have no money invested into it, then I would find a way to just put my foot in the door. I wouldn't invest everything I wanted to invest, but I would put my foot in the door where it's like, hey, I want to get in here, but I'm not quite in yet. I have $100 in or $200 in, or buying 1 million just in case it does blow up, and then going from there. Right, 1 million at this point will cost you what, like $200 or $300. I personally feel like everyone should have their own exit plan no matter what. They should. That's why I show you my exit plan, but you guys should take the spreadsheet, build the exit plan for yourself, and always have it available so you know what prices you're going to sell at. And even if it gets to those prices and you see further growth, sell at the price you were supposed to sell at. Make sure your exit plan is a reality so that you can mark it off. I sold at this point. Now we're on to this point. You know what I mean? So just try it. What time is it where you are? And what time does the market kick off in America? Um, I'm in Australia. It's 11 p.m. So it's usually 9:30 is when the stock market starts up or opens. Um, but 4 a.m. is where you can start investing in the pre-market on Webull. For me, I'm not really investing heavily in stocks right now. I still have what I have in stocks: AMC, GME, SOS, all of those. Um, but I'm letting those sit there for swing trade positions because the stock market hasn't looked good. Um, it hasn't really looked good at all for a long time. Are you in Pennsylvania? Yes, I am. If so, which part? Curious for possible golf reasons. I'm in Reading, Pennsylvania. So the Reading, Pennsylvania area, 610. Um, is there a chance that this does not go up from here? Is there a chance that it does not go up from here? I mean, there's always a chance that anything could happen. I would tell you that when I look into Terra Luna Classic's potential and what they have planned for the future, I do see a way higher price point than this. Um, let's see. Let's bring up Terra Luna Classic. Um, and where we currently are, right, at a $1 billion market cap, we're going to see a lot more when we do burn a lot of the supply down. So I expect to see, even if we don't see any type of use case and this just stops where we burn, um, we're still going to see a level of 10 cents. And I think if you find a way to take profit beforehand, you will find all the levels and gain all the things you wanted to gain. Whether if I gain $16,000 or I gain $16 million, I'm okay with whatever I gain because it's more than what I invested. I invested $40. So to gain $16,000 off of it, or technically an extra 16 because I already gained 6,000, or technically since I invested another 1,000, $5,000. So it would be a total of $21,000 that I gained. I'm perfectly fine with that. Turning $40 into $21,000 is perfect. You know, where can I find your spreadsheet? It's on my Patreon. If you go to the Patreon link in the description and you scroll down, you have to make sure you scroll all the way down because you're going to get to this one and you probably can't see it if you are not a Profit Hands level. But if you are a Discord level, you can scroll down here, keep scrolling down to about June 29th. There was a gap between some things. So June 29th, you can see a Terra exit plan, and you can click on that, and that's exactly what you'll get that spreadsheet for. All my investments in eToro, or should I transfer to Binance, etc. You can stay in there if you want to. It's not a problem. Do your own research. He may have a different amount and a different average. Someone else, or then someone else. So do look into what you have and where you stand. Yes, 100%. Because my average price is a very very low price, and I spent $40. So I've already broken even. I've already profited, which is different than a lot of people's scenario, right? They may have not profited yet, and it's okay. Um, but let's figure out a way to get you profit. Do you have any educational degrees related to trading stocks or crypto? I have an MBA. I also have a bachelor's degree in accounting and also a bachelor's degree in business concentration in finance, while also having an associate's degree. But that's lower level than obviously the business degrees and accounting degrees and finance degrees and all that stuff. So I do have professional degrees that I spent money on, as well as certifications in Lean Six Sigma. But that's uh, I'm not gonna tell you my whole resume. But yes, I do have some of those, but not directly with trading. I would tell you that. I took trading on when I was in college, when I was getting my associate's degree. I took trading on, not day trading at that time. It was more or less just understanding the market, making trades here and there, which didn't really seem to work in the stock market. Um, it seemed like you can look at it and you would be like everything is rigged. Um, but that's because over a longer term, usually you can gain a profit, and it's a very small amount of profit, but everything is rigged in the short term, where you have, within a year it can be rigged, in a way that regular people just don't make money. Someone has to lose in a scenario. Most cases, it's the retail traders. Um, but then when it came to crypto, I probably was introduced to crypto in 2013, where someone was like, "Hey, you should get into Bitcoin. You should buy Bitcoin. It's at $2,000." Like, I'm a college student. I don't have $2,000. How do you have $2,000? Like, yeah, my parents and It's like, oh, okay, I understand now. Once you mention your parents, it's like you just have money or you come from money. I don't come from money. I don't have $2,000 to spend. So I couldn't buy Bitcoin. I wish I could have. I actually, at that moment, did have $2,000 that was saved up so that, because, living as a college student, you want to make sure you have money for food, money for all this other stuff. So I did have money, um, and I wanted to buy it then. I think it was $2,000, or I can't remember what it was, but I know that that person had $2,000 worth. And I belong to a country club in Warren, Ohio called the Grand Hotel. Check out their course. I think you will love them, and the place is very luxurious. All right, I'll have to check it out. If we ever go to Ohio, um, then yeah, we can definitely play. I want to play golf in every state. I've played in. Um, uh, I haven't played in New Jersey or New York at all. I've played in PA a lot, obviously, because I live in PA. I've played in Delaware. I've played in Maryland. I've played in Alabama. I've played in Florida. I've played in Dominican Republic. Um, I've played in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Um, yeah, I've played in quite a bit of places, but I do want to play in like every state. I haven't played in California. I haven't played in Nevada. I haven't played like a lot of places. There's a lot of states I haven't played in yet, and I can't wait to play there. And I also want to find a way to play in a lot of cities as well, different cities, track those cities. Um, all my investments in eToro, should I transfer into Binance? I think I read that already. Nice, I'm in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I've been to Pittsburgh probably twice. I think twice, once or twice. I played golf there. Um, I played golf there in two different places. I played at Pittsburgh National. Um, I can't remember the other place. And yeah, that was fun. We got to see all the different attractions in Pittsburgh, but it's a very long drive and there's a lot of traffic through the tunnels, especially. I'm in, bro. What does that mean? Oh, like the country club? Yeah, I'll definitely go. What does boom mean? Uh, suddenly, and funny how that's spelled, but suddenly I felt it was going to pull back a bit. It's been running for a while, and that's a FOMO move. I'm sure it will get back to positive for you. Are things starting to run? Is that why people are saying boom? That's why one person said boom. It did break this level, and now you're starting to see it come back. So it did break this level, increased well above it. Um, Looked like it was going to approach this level, but kind of resisted before then, which is always, kind of an indication of creating a lower high and a lower low. This may just be a part of that rise rather than, creating a lower high here and creating a higher low. Or we have to continue to look at this, but this could be creating a an ascending level of support here. So multiple scenarios that could take place right now. Torrey Pines is beautiful. I want to play that as well. I hate the windmill. Um, that hole fucks me up every time. You're talking about mini golf or something? Um, we were talking about golf outing for PA folks. Holding 5.12 million Luna. Let's get to $1. Would love to get to $1. Silk, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. If you guys want to go ahead and follow my golf channel, that would be great. Because I'm going to try and upload a golf video today. So if you want to go to my channels and go to my golf channel, feel free to subscribe to it. I'll put the link um, in the description or in the chat, as I do have a golf channel and I do love playing golf. So if you guys want to go and subscribe to it, feel free to subscribe to it. I'm going to end this poll. We have 4,500 votes. So a lot of people that didn't hit the like button, that refused to hit the like button. Um, so yeah, go ahead and subscribe to my golf channel. Link is in the top chat, the top comment, I guess. Um, and yeah, but Terra Luna Classic currently looking like a little bit of a pullback, could be creating a, again, an ascending level of support there. And we could be seeing an ascending level of resistance on the way up to break this level, around lunchtime or something. We have about 4 minutes till this live stream ends. And then we'll get out of here because this has been a really, really good live stream. Everything that has come about in this live stream is has been phenomenal. There's an upgrade on the SHIB metaverse. Just seen that. There's an upgrade or an update on the SHIB metaverse. SHIB the metaverse. Currently 34.8 million or 34.8 K people that are looking at this. August 29th. Important update regarding the SHIB metaverse. What's happening with this? Maybe we can put that on the Let It Burn channel. Since the announcement of the third floor, we have been working hard setting up the core structure for SHIB in the metaverse. This core structure is a combination of best practices and members that will work in order to achieve truly an immersive experience through worthy of the Shiba Inu community. Dedicated team, expert metaverse advisors, community synchronization, intake, and going beyond. Let's see, especially since Shiba Inu is all about the community, this project will be no different from such efforts. The following represents the current structure that has been constructed for the uh, success and development of SHIB the Metaverse project. The third floor, expert metaverse advisors. I don't know who those people are. SHIB developers and project leads. Obviously, Satoshi, right? What's the difference? In addition, the team above, so happy to introduce the community. Goals to involve the community. I needed to skip some stuff. Producing a unique experience and creation of what's new about this? I'll have to dive into this. Wagme Temple. Started above. We are ready to begin revealing some of the already conceptualized work that has gone into each one of the hubs. The third floor is developing alongside with SHIB the Metaverse team. Over the coming weeks, we will be dividing into introductory hub, Wagme Temple. This hub will be developed with an incredible concept in mind, and we invite the community to contribute to collaborate with this concept. Yeah, I mean, you ask for the community to be a part of voting on everything. It doesn't really happen because they don't vote on anything. We'll have to get into all of this stuff and look into that pretty deeper, or yeah, if that's a word. But let's see where the chart actually is. I think we're pretty much done today. I'm tapped out for today. Hopefully we can see this continue to rise, but I'm glad we see billions of dollars of volume again, or almost $2 billion in volume today. But again, I want to see more volume that comes through when the burn tax is actually here, versus where we are right now. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos just like this one. Also, all the people that are on Twitch, thank you guys for watching. All the views that we had on Twitch, all the views that we had everywhere, I greatly appreciate it. All the new members, we have 27 new members today. We had a lot of super chats that came through, just a lot of people that just support. And again, I greatly appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching, viewing, subscribing, all of that stuff. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, at Perry8K, you can follow me there. So go ahead and follow me. The link is in the description. If you want to follow my Patreon, feel free to click on that. If you want the exit plan spreadsheet, you can get the exit plan spreadsheet, become a Discord member, chat it up in the Discord. Let's get the Discord back, up and running, and, getting some conversations going within that. And if you also want to hopefully subscribe to my golf channel, want to get this to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm not sure if we'll get there, but I do want to get this there. I love golfing, and I'll put up a lot of videos there. So anyways, again, thank you. And hopefully for most of you, I will see you guys tomorrow at the same time. I'll try and get up at 6 a.m. and get everything running. Hopefully Lunic is running a little bit more. Or, you know what? Hopefully the price comes back down and settles so that we can sit at a level to where we are able to burn a lot more Terra Luna Classic. I want to burn so much more and so much faster. So anyways, thank you so much, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next